We're still
Sister.
talking about clothes.
Not clothes, talking about dressing and modesty, hatty clothes. You put it, see the way
uh,
you put it so simply, like it's like how talking about clothes, talking about dressing and modesty, what is appropriate. Remember, a few days ago we started a conversation and people were talking about why women, why should you judge a woman or judge somebody by what they wear and what. What was even our topic again the other day? It spiraled into dressing. And no, we're talking about thirst trap. Yeah, it was thirst trap we're talking about. Oh no, we lost you. We're talking about thirst trap. Yeah, and people started talking about how clothing and photos and social media can be a way where people send thirst traps. So now today we're talking about dressing, maybe in workplace or generally. Are there certain things that you can't wear, you shouldn't wear anyway to some places or whatnot? Somebody yesterday the conversation started and the live just went out because I
Oh,
was on the
okay.
road and I couldn't drive. Bubbles, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I hope you're properly dressed tonight.
I'm dressed in pajamas, properly dressed for the night.
For the night, and you're in PJs
Yes,
and
I
that.
gotta go to bed.
So yeah, Bubbles, you say you're dressed for the night, PJs. Tell me which other place do you think you can put on a PJ?
Nowhere else, unless you're visiting someone's house. You can't be going around with your PJs. They are for sleeping. You can't be walking around with something you sleep with. Yeah, well,
How? Not even to
hey,
go to the garage and just put pressure in
what?
the tire and yeah, just put pressure in the
No.
tire.
Mm-mm. You can't be taking like guys, it's almost the same as like when you get home, you change your shoes. You've been walking like the whole day. Why would you take something you've been using the whole day to bed? Doesn't make sense.
Are you sure? I hear what you're saying, but I'm very certain people will disagree with you. They're coming. They are coming. All those who will disagree with you are coming. Some of them were
I'm
here
sure they
yesterday.
would disagree.
You can't say PJs are shame.
Oh,
Roy, how's it?
PJs.
I promise
oh,
I
good,
yield
brother.
the
How are
mic.
you? How are you guys?
I'm good.
We're
How are
good, man.
you?
How are you, Roy?
Oh, good. Oh, good.
Roy, yeah.
Yeah. Do men still also need to wear PJs?
Yeah.
Bubbles, please
Mm-hmm.
answer to us.
Yes, they should. This thing
Why
of
not?
wearing ANC t-shirts to sleep. Mm-mm. No, no, no.
But if you ask a lot of guys, I think they will disagree with you.
Why?
One
What?
thing
Okay, what do
is
you
in
guys use to go to sleep?
shorts, especially when it's
Shorts.
summer like
You
this.
mean the
Yeah.
BVDs?
Yeah, something along those lines. Shorts,
Ooh,
BBs,
guys.
whatever. Something along those
No, man.
lines.
Do better, man. Do better. Hey, well. Just short. But
I
I've
don't
heard that
know.
most men like sleeping naked, so I would understand.
Not fully naked. Maybe
Some
some
of
do,
them
but
do. Some of them do.
yeah, once in a while. But it's not like as comfortable. Speaking for myself, though.
Oh, I understand if you speak for yourself, but most of them don't even have pajamas.
Yeah, nah, we hardly own pajamas, bro.
You see, you must buy pajamas. What do you guys wear during like winter? You also sleep in your underwear. And winter, Hybo Star. Okay, do you at least wear
I think this is
socks?
what I. No ways. Who sleeps with socks on?
I do.
You
Winter.
guys, is it comfortable?
Yes, it is.
Oh, by
Remember,
the
if
way,
your
but
feet are cold, you can't really sleep.
somewhere I went to. By the way, Star, it was your birthday. You were not here. We wanted to sing for you, and where did you go?
Oh,
When was his birthday?
I think it was yesterday. So was it yesterday
How
or the
about
day
two?
before? Hi, man.
we
How?
made
Star,
it,
it was the
man.
day. What's today? Yeah, it was the day before, 2 days ago. Hi, man. Star. Shame. Anyway, excuse you say you have flu. Excuse. I just heard that now. I just remembered now again that you were not here. Anyway, for those who go to bed naked, congratulations. Um, I do that most of the time, but I stopped.
You mind
Wow.
telling us
Right.
why, brother?
Right. Yeah.
You mind telling us why you stopped?
I stop because hey, when I'm sleeping at night, I see some people trying to touch me in place I don't like.
Ah.
Uh, Hi everyone.
Ow.
I'm here to collect the
Kushani.
stars, the roses, the space, whatever. Yeah, I'm just here, Jay, for that.
Birthday collections, kahle kahle.
Yeah, I'm here to collect my birthday.
You're here for collection, and let's wait for the house to be full.
Otherwise, I'd be belated, but uncle.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, hey, got a bit older this year.
None people's Sanmonani.
Yeah, boo.
There's this favorite part. They say how old.
With the topic, it's too tough, guys. It's too tough. I mean, like, yes, sometimes the outfit here touch sana, but hey man, this world is funny, dude. Kusho ukuthi uBill Gates angaroka up, let's say, emaponya, agqoke ipijama. People are gonna judge him based off of that.
Yeah, probably. Why are
Wait,
you
what?
even
Let me ask this question. What will be the judgment be about?
What do you mean? What judgment?
Like, let me say, not everyone in my point in what you call it in Soweto knows who Bill Gates is, and if he rocked up there, dressed up in PJs, would people take him seriously? Would you want to be taken seriously? What is it? I just want to understand, because I've gotten to learn lately ukuthi the starch on your clothes is kind of like a passport for you to get into certain places. If you're dressed in old clothes and the security is going to treat you somehow, even if they don't know who you are, but then even if your status is okay, people are going to treat you somehow just because the starch on your clothes is not really starchy, So I just need to understand where the mentality comes from.
He's asking a question, you guys. If you didn't
Okay, let me jump in there. You mentioned something that if now it happens to be, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. You mentioned something like if it happens to be Bill Gates walking by the street of Hillbrow wearing PJs, will people judge him? I think you put the context there. You said Bill Gates. So since I know who Bill Gates is, I don't think I will even think of wanting to judge that person because I know who he is. I know, and then I know what he worth. But and again, in the same breath, if it's somebody that I don't know, knowing myself, I wouldn't be even wanting to judge whatsoever. I wouldn't care. And I wouldn't know what kind of judgment will it be to judge a person walking by the streets with PJs. I wouldn't know what kind of judgment to put out there. I don't know if that
I
makes
can give
sense.
you one.
Because Ramaphosa comes to Rosebank, in the mall here, dressed in shorts and a t-shirt. He walks without bodyguards, or maybe the bodyguards will be around, but he just walks dressed in shorts and stuff, and people don't really bother him much, And well, yeah, it's not like, well, here in Rosebank, everyone is everyone, so I just want to understand the mentality yabantu yokuthi just because umuntu is dressed in starchy clothes, he's supposed to he deserves a certain level of treatment. I just need to understand where that comes from, because some of the richest people are actually on the street. Some of the richest people are dressed much but if you go into their files with regards to the banks and you get into their family legacy, you find ukuthi lo muntu is wealthy, but then there's probably a change that has happened in his family or something that has caused for that person to actually be on the street. So I just need to understand what judging a book by its cover just based on dress code or the starch on somebody's clothes, you know. Yeah, I just need to understand ukuthi iphumaphi yonke leyo nto leyo. Because I believe in myself, everybody deserves a certain level of respect, you know. Retrospect, but everybody just has to receive a certain level of respect, you know. Because you never know. The person whom you may ill treat just because they dressed in some, and tomorrow comes back dressed in starchy clothes and he's buying alcohol for everyone. Then the next day woman is ill treating you because he treated you that way. So I just need to understand ukuthi iphumaphi le nto nje yokuthi just because lo muntu lo akagqokanga ikhavela akagqokanga namajini wabo bathi nesifazo nama-DMD t-shirt or like Supreme pink cap, he deserves a certain level of treatment, you know. There are people who actually make money bank, but then they walk into Mr. Price there and dress in labelless clothes. I just need to understand what he like Puma and
Anyone want to jump in?
We're listening, Roy. We're listening.
Okay, you got me off guard here, but I was just still trying to process it, man, because of me myself as well. I wouldn't actually know like the root core of it, but I do believe that on Earth, everywhere we need to set up a status quo to some degree, you know. So to say the derivative of the decision having to one say, if you were like this, we're gonna respect you over somebody who were differently. Seriously, I wouldn't know where is the derivative of that. But I do know that everywhere there is a philosophy, culture, or whatever that certain community or whatever society it is, they set the standard upon. That's the only answer I can give in this regard. But where it's coming from, I'm sorry, I can't really give.
Yeah, thanks for the clarity. Like, okay, I understand. Like, for instance, if you're going to get into a club, I've seen, yeah, and there are people who say you can't get into a club dressed in sneakers, or you can't get into a club dressed in jeans. Yeah, I've seen that. And well, okay, also, even in the professional environment, when you come, you have to be formal. And well, like, then we look at ladies, yeah, dressed in
Yeah.
mama skimpies and all that, but they're still accepted in the workplace, you know. And
Exactly.
don't you think there's a kind of double standard there?
I don't have any other maybe diplomatic way of saying it, you guys. So I'll plead the fifth here, boy, because it's gonna take us somewhere. I plead the fifth on this one.
But do you see with this thing of judging people based on dress code kind of defeats the purpose of living.
You say it defeat the purpose of what?
It defeats the purpose of existence of like basic living, of relating to one another.
I guess, man, like we people as we different, and then we perceive things differently as well. So and then I guess the mindset comes with the environment you from as well. Because of somebody else will think I can go anywhere wearing the same way I wear, but the different person will be like, you have to wear for occasion. You cannot just wear anyhow, anyway. But there's one person who will say, but judging from where I'm from, I can. So now we don't know now where do we meet each other halfway in that regard, because we believe differently. You get? I don't know if he still speaks to what we're talking about.
It does. So, Chloe, what's your take on this one?
I think he got cut there.
What's your take? It's a Chloe, how's it? And brother Doggy there, are you guys there? Are you guys okay? What's your take on
I'm
this
also
one?
curious to hear their perspective, though.
I'm okay. Good evening, everybody here. I hope you're having a lovely evening. Just listening to the conversation here. Thank you very much.
Is it so far making sense, or what's going on?
I'm listening. I haven't decided yet. I haven't been on for too long, maybe the last 10 minutes or so. I'm just listening. I'm finding it quite interesting. But what I would like to hear is some of the women speak, because some of these questions can be answered by women, not by men. Like, look at the last one: women judging women's outfits, insecurities or standards. I'm asking one of the women on the panel to please give their opinion on that statement. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm moderating, so I can't submit.
So I guess we don't have women in the panel.
Yes, you don't. Okay, let me just talk on
Come
behalf.
on, Chloe. Come on,
Yeah,
Chloe.
Glow,
Give us a submission, please.
Glow, you and Kanya is also joining us now, so both of you can, go back and forth on it. You should be able to share. I mean, this is a very important topic.
Yeah,
So
it would be
feel
very
free.
interesting.
Okay. Topic 1. What is it? Do not judge a book by its cover. Can we really apply this principle to dressing? Yes. Do you judge people based on how they dress? No. That's it. What was Dogman's question?
I said that any women that are watching this, with regard to the fourth one, women judging women's outfits, insecurities, or standards, I'd like to hear the take on that by any women that are listening to the conversation tonight, which I find quite interesting. That was what I said. Thank you, Chloe.
Okay. What I'm understanding from what you're saying if women judge women by the way they dress, is it because they're insecure? Is that your question?
It's not my question. It's a topics question, but I mean it's related to women. So it's
No,
not.
I want to understand if I'm understanding what your context of your question.
What I'm trying to say is I would like a woman to reply to that question, because it's relating to women, and I would.
This specific question that's on the board.
Yeah.
Okay, I answered. Kanya can answer if she.
Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
How you all?
Hi, Kanya.
How are you all?
Hi, Konyo.
Thank you very
How
much.
you doing?
Good to see you all. Okay, I don't know, but like there are people who will judge it from a insecure perspective, but I don't think it's necessarily women who would do that. Men do it all the time too, judging women based on their outfit from an insecure point of view. But I would say, if I'm speaking in a personal capacity, if you're not dressed like appropriately for an occasion, or if you're showing too much, more than you really need to be showing, I won't judge you based off my insecurities, but I would ask myself what's going on with you upstairs. That's just it.
Okay, I want to comment on the second one, the topics tonight. Would anybody like to say anything before I go ahead?
Please go ahead and make a comment.
Can I say something, please?
Can
Can
We
I say something?
actually went through
Kanya,
the. Pardon?
Kanya, how are you?
I'm alright. How are you, Magabet?
I'm okay. Why did you drop us without a notice yesterday and kept those people? Because we came first in the panel. You dropped us and you kept those people. I don't know if you know them. You
No,
guys,
it was
why did you?
it's because you displayed that you were away. It wasn't because it displayed away here, like with Glow. If there's somebody like what is happening with Glow right now, if somebody's requesting and she's gonna be away for longer than a certain period, I will have to drop her and put somebody who actually wants to interact.
But we were interacting yesterday, right?
No, but I wouldn't. But did I block? Did I drop you while you were still talking? Or I'm telling you what I was seeing on the screen here. It
No,
was
I
saying that
thought
you were
maybe I
away.
thought maybe you would say to us, you know what, guys, let's give others a chance. Can I drop you,
No,
Maccabee?
I was
Because
going
I
to
was
do
I
so.
was like shocked because I always come to Mr. Asian's panel and I'm being dropped without a notice or
No,
without
it
being told.
wasn't from a place of Melissa. I just thought that you were away because that's what it showed. The status showed that you were away. If you can see, if you saw last night, I only dropped people who were away, not people who were still on the panel. But if you feel hard done by that, I do apologize.
No, it's okay. It's fine. No issues.
All right.
All right, thanks.
Thank you for understanding, sir.
All right.
There's nothing against you at all.
Yeah, no, I have to go. Yeah, I just wanted to ask. Thanks, Thanks, Kanya.
Kanya.
But please do stay. Don't go away. And then when we
Uh,
remove you, then you start saying that we remove you.
no,
No,
Now,
no,
I
the
want to
thing
go
is,
away
I'm,
for
I'm
like
busy
2
with
seconds.
something. Yeah, I'm busy
Kanya.
with something.
I will keep you on. But if there's other people requesting while you are while your status is showing that you're away, then I will have to drop you and let somebody. Because imagine you are there trying to get onto the panel and somebody's away and you are not being allowed to be on the panel, but
That,
somebody's away. How would that make you feel? It's not just considering one person's feelings, it's considering everybody's feelings. You understand?
no,
Kanya,
it's
now I want to go away. I want to go order food now for 2 minutes. Please don't
all
remove
right.
me.
Okay.
I'm coming back. I'm just gonna have like that thing for 2 minutes.
All right.
I'm
All
doing
right.
another app.
All right. All right. I won't remove you. There's space on the panel. I won't remove you.
So can going back to the topic.
Wabona ekhaya sowufikile.
So going back to the topic. So Putia, like Bengsasho, ladies who are too revealing at workplaces or just anywhere in general. Like I think it depends on your upbringing and the state of mind at that point in your life, you know. So I've also learned personally to accept people in general. Ukuthi, like not all of us are at sorry. Not all of us. Oh, hi, Vanessa. Hi, how's it? Not all of us are at the same. Good. Not all of us at the same state of mind at the same time in our lives. So at some point in time, you just feel like I don't need to be dressed all formal to be recognized, and you go on into into a formal space dressed casually, and then you're expecting the same respect that everybody's portrayed and everybody's come to receive at that event, you know. So I'm just saying, not all of us have the same state of mind at a certain time. And the only issue is that not everybody understands and is able to cope with everybody else's coping mechanism. So I think in retrospect we need to write that as society, you know.
Can I jump on something there before I lose my train of thought? You mentioned something like imagine now going to work whereby you're supposed to wear formal, but you come in casual. Obvious. So you said something like you're not gonna get the same respect as others. So let me put it this way. So what happens now? You get to be employed in that type of environment. That certain kind of job whereby you're supposed to wear formal, but I come in casual every time. Like you saying, the respect won't be the same. But what happens now if I put more work than others, and then in my department I always get A's, you get, and I beat everybody. So when coming to work, I'm good, I'm better than anyone that is wearing suit and ties. As a manager or as a boss, are you still gonna respect accordingly, or you still gonna take the uniform thing?
Look, the point is this, that if you are employed within a certain company in the corporate world, let's say for example a bank, and like Nedbank has got green and Standard Bank has got blue and First National Bank got the blue with the yellow, whatever. You have to do according to what the management tell you to do. You can't just go and change it and just wear your own outfit. So we have to look at the situation and take it out of the corporate world and address it in some type of another situation besides corporate, like maybe going to a party or just going to meet people at a afternoon function, or going to a management meeting and where you're allowed to dress whatever you want to dress. Put it in that context. I would like to hear what you think about that. Not so
But
much
whatever context you want to put it in, Dogman, right? However you want to present yourself is the way you will be treated and the way you will be respected. You can't walk, it's a fact. Whichever way you want to look at it, no matter how if you want to come through in a certain outfit and don't want to be judged according to that, then don't come dressed in a way that you don't want to be viewed as. That's just simple. There's no rocket science to it. It's really just that straightforward.
I disagree with you completely. So
You can't be comfortable.
Let's say, for example,
You can be comfortable but still be appropriate for whatever event that you're going for. It's like, for example, if it's about comfortability, you're not gonna rock up to a Christmas event in a Halloween outfit. You're not gonna rock up to.
I'm saying to you, what is your name, Khan or whatever? I can't see your full name. I'm saying to you now, let's say for example, I'm just saying a bank. So I'm going now to a bank and I've got someone approach me in the bank standard uniform, whatever. Now I must respect that person, even if I think that the way they're conducting the situation with regard to the financial question that I've asked them, they're completely inefficient. I must now accept them because they dress smart. That's what you're saying.
No, that's not what I'm saying. But a lot of the time, what I'm saying is a lot of the time,
Like you're saying that.
a lot of the time, here's what, right? We do let ourselves down in the sense that you may be good at what you do, right? But if you're trying to make a first impression, for example, now I think the board here is also addressing first impressions mostly. If you're trying to make a first impression, make it in a way that you will be respected. But the rest of the time, once you've gotten the respect that you're looking for, there's a way that you operate when you're seeking the respect, and there's a way that you operate once you've got the respect. Once you've got the respect, you can do whatever your soul desires. But before you get that respect, it would be an injustice to self to misrepresent yourself and your craft just because of something as simple as an outfit.
So are you saying if someone dresses smart, they must be respected?
No, I'm not saying they must be respected because they dress smart. But it
You know,
comes.
if you
But
go
here's what. Okay, I will take, for example, if I'm seeing you for the first time, Dogman, right? The first thing that I'm going to notice is the way you present yourself to me. It's not going to be the fact that you're so skilled at this or whatever. I'm only going to see basically how you dress, right? If you're dressed correctly, I'm not saying smart. The problem is you automatically assume smart or whatever. If you are dressed appropriately, there is a certain way that you will dress that will make me want to sit up and listen. But there's a certain way that you will dress that will make me feel like, okay, but is this person taking this event seriously? Somebody once said that dressing for the event is good manners.
Look, I don't agree with that one. But
That's okay. You can disagree, but I'm just saying.
may I please just talk? Otherwise, I'll keep quiet. You're more than welcome to carry on. I'll keep quiet.
The thing is, you've been interjecting me, and I did.
Right. So
Might as well carry on. Might as well carry on. And sorry.
on the
Please do.
topic board, where it says, how much does an outfit say about a personality or character of a person? It could be a situation of a wolf in sheep's clothing. It could be a situation when somebody's extremely wealthy and they dress poor. Or someone's very poor and they try and dress with all the fancy clothing and the Rolex watches, etc., etc. So a certain outfit, like a soldier, someone has got an image of how a soldier should dress. Someone has got an image of the mafia with the black suit and the white shirt and the hat and the Al Capone and the tie, if you try and understand. But basically what it boils down to is what comes out of a person's mouth, not how they dress. I'm not saying that people should go with torn clothes and stains and things like that. I'm saying it's fairly important, but also to dress over the top is also sometimes quite unnecessary. Thank you. That's my point.
Dogman, I agree with that. Sometimes overdoing it can also make it seem like, for example, if you're overdoing it, you could look like you're just a person that cares about your fashion, and then it doesn't look like you actually have something to offer outside of your dress code. It can actually contribute to people not respecting you. That's why I said it's not about being smart or not, it's about being appropriate.
It's gonna bring a connotation of being a bragger if you overdo. And we're gonna look at you like that as well.
True, you can. That's the thing. The thing is, if you look at it from one side, it can go both ways. That's the thing. It can go both ways. If you overdo it, like for example, if you're gonna be in a double-breasted jacket, there will be a bit. But if you're just wearing your shirt, so let's say you just need to be in a shirt and formal trousers, and that's it. And then here you are with your shirt, formal trousers, double-breasted suit, and your bow tie and vibes. Where are you going?
Well, it depends what the function is. I mean, if you're going to wear the, if you're going
Now
to
you're speaking to my point.
if you're going to meet the queen or you're going to meet a king or you're invited to the presidential palace, it depends where you're actually going as to what outfit you should be wearing, what type of
There you
standard.
go. There you go. I do. That's exactly, you are speaking to my point, Dogman. So I don't know why it seemed like I was making a bizarre point just now, because I did say that appropriateness. I think I emphasized appropriateness.
Okay,
It's
can I
Does that mean
say
does
something?
that mean now
Sure,
it
Glo.
limits the invitation?
njengoba ngihleli la ngibonakali mina kuze ngikhona mina
Singithule lo.
Awubonakali ngoba umyuthana nabantu kungakafiki indawo.
Sengikhona phela nyathi. Okay. Ngimlindile.
Uphinde umyuthe futhi angisabuyi.
Hello?
Thank you.
Ungimyuthe futhi ungixoshile. Because kuthiwa ngiyi-moderator kodwa ngiyamute.
I'll wait for the acknowledgement and then we'll address that one.
I'm not addressing nothing. I'm just telling you to try me one more time and then I will definitely leave the panel. Moving right along. Now, hi Putsia.
Hi Kanya.
How are you, sir?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm fantastic.
Oh, lovely. How's your day?
Oh, it was lovely. Lovely Saturday. No waking up to kind regarding. So fantastic.
All right.
Yes. But we missed you last night.
I was here, and I
We
think
went on the panel.
as soon as the live ended, I came back and but I think
All right. Good.
and apologies, I'm not the one who mutes people, by the way.
Okay. Anybody else? If there's somebody muting people and you're muting me, it's all right. I will leave the panel because I can't moderate and be muted at the same time. It doesn't make sense.
That is not me. But anyway, greetings to everyone else on the panel, and my great host, Mr. Ancient. I hope you're well and listening.
Okay, thank you for that. For whatever that was happening now. I lost my train of thought. It's fine.
Okay. As a submission to the question on the board, do not judge a book by its cover. For me, it's mostly, a quick observation would be, I'm thinking it's someone who deliberately tries to want you to think in a certain way and trying to play something at it. That would have then to say, you judged me. But when it comes to dressing and the principle of dressing, upon my observation would be, I think the school system has made me go to where I'm about to land. Uguti. We were given guidelines on how to dress at school. And there were those that would agree, clean shoes, this, that. I think it was a way of making you understand that within the system, there are ways to dress and look appropriately. Hair at a certain rate. I don't necessarily think it had anything to do with slavery and anything like that. But it is a way of practicing and understanding that there are days where you need to put on a blazer and a tie and you're going to an assembly. You take that in context would be something corporate. There were dresses. There are times where we would dress civies or casual, and there were rules as well to that. And the principal and teachers would say, but this is a bit, and they were not trying to judge any book or anything like that, but they were trying to instill this issue that in society there are things like you need to dress accordingly, regardless of how you speak, how smart you sound, how smart you are, how rich you are. But there are places for dressing in a certain way and being neat and this and that. But I just look at it in that way. And today when I see it, people that are unable to dress in a certain way. So for an example, if you were failing to put on black shoes and you put on brown shoes, we see you going to work and you're not dressed accordingly to be there. But anyway, I'll just land there. But it's just an observation. It has nothing to do with, it's just my observation.
Okay, thank you. My question, it's not even a question, it's like a diversion kind of thing. Like, I feel like we're focusing more on the work and how you should dress when you're going to work. And I feel like the topic is focused on like streetwear, like when you're on the street, walking on the street, how people, what's the appropriate or inappropriate way of dressing on the street? I think we should tackle that because for me, when I'm at the mall and I'm wearing, it's spring now, it's hot, and I'm wearing shorts and I get judged because I'm wearing shorts, like very, very short shorts, and it's hot, so I can't wear long pants. So I feel like we should tackle that type of stereotypical thing where you're like wearing shorts and people just judge you out of nowhere and be like, okay, you're wearing shorts in the middle of the mall. Not thinking "Hore, it's hot and that's what we're supposed to wear now. That's where I'm coming from with it. The work thing is when I go to work, I wear work suits. I can't go there with shorts. When a person from Capitec goes to Capitec, they can't go there with shorts. But I feel like the topic is about like on the street. What is the but again, what is the assumption that we make based on people that we see on the street, how they are dressed, not how they wear at work? Obviously, I can wear like a whatever people think on the street, but then when I go to work, I'm a completely different person. So is it fair for people to judge you in the middle of summer wearing a bum short?
But
Okay,
in
I
the
feel
street, if you
like
think about it, it's different. I just want to say something here. In the street, if you think about it, it's different because when in the street, everybody is in the street for different reasons. So even the very same person who's wearing the way they're wearing, they have a reason behind why they're wearing like that. And then I'm talking about in each and in individual. They have their own reasons why they're wearing the way they wear. So how I look at you, I don't think even judgment takes place in that statement. If it's not like there should be a one way of looking at people in the street. I don't know if I'm making sense.
I want to throw a wrench into this whole discussion. Yeah? Say your con artists, your scammers. Mostly scammers come in dressed nicely, smelling of expensive perfume. You will not even be able to unless if you understand the mind of a con artist or you've studied into to the whole behaviors of con artists or you know your industry very well and nobody can con you with regard to your industry. So I'm just saying, like, with this whole dress code thing, con artists kind of hack people's minds based on the mere belief that if you're gonna talk about this kind of business, you're supposed to be dressed in this kind of fashion and walk in this kind of manner, smell of expensive perfume, you know? So I just want to understand now, having this discussion, like Sister spoke about streetwear, because your con artists are found on the street, you know. No, and like even these boys who snatch people's phones, then some of them are the most cleanest people, you know. And by the time they are caught and they're taken to the police station, these are clean boys, but then they're snatching people's phones. So I just need to understand like I always see. I'm at the mall right now. Like I only see ladies now once they're typing on their phones. Then the guy's barely walking. He's limping, and he's carrying his bags and all that. And they quickly hide their phones. You know, maybe it's their previous experiences, but in my thought, with regard to dress code and getting to judge someone before you hear what they have to say and know how they're going to behave, I think it's this whole dress code judgment thing becomes a little flimsy. So
and exactly blockchain
yes.
because right now a scammers are successful at their scamming because they sit down and they study these things. But you, as a layman, you're just gonna be trying to do whatever you're trying to achieve on that day. It will fail, and you'll have a scammer win over you because why? You don't care. You wanna go relaxed. You don't care about your dress code and it. So when I continue not caring, so that scammer can overtake you in your craft, in your field, in whatever that you're trying to do, be it trying to make on a lady, that scammer will outdo you because you decided your dress code doesn't matter. But this person, because they understand the human mind and studied the fact that it matters, that's why they will go through those lengths of making sure that they look the part. So basically now what you're saying is you will allow a scammer to win over you just because scammers do it. But like you want this.
Kanya, don't misrepresent my thoughts. Don't don't do
I'm
that.
not
Don't
misrepresenting your thoughts.
misrepresent. Here's my
No, that
submission.
it's actually broader than that. But also,
Here's my submission.
yes.
Here's my
And I'm
submission
taking your
says.
submission.
My submission says those who believe and understand the world we live in right now, knowing different types of dress codes that have to do with different industries, are usually the people who actually get scammed. So, look, Mina, I've worked in corporate, mostly on the security side of things. So, to tell you the truth, I can tell you a scammer from the first 3 words he's going to say. You know, look, your smell may be right. You come around just smelling good, looking good, nice shoes. Yeah, I can tell. I'm a man, so with the ladies it kind of takes a bit long, you know. But I just want you to understand, our dress codes actually get us hacked. Our dress
Okay, so
codes,
I get
our standards of
the
living
point.
actually get us hacked because these people have actually studied and they do these things based on the fact that we will be less suspecting of them because they're dressed in a certain way and they smell of a certain smell. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, Uguti, the very fact that we know these things, which one is supposed to be dressed like this and like that, scammers go and use them. If you're not able to understand your own industry to the T, a scammer will get over you, will get their way over you. So
now
I'm not
this should be
saying.
now going towards, I hear your point, blockchain, which is very true and very valid. This should be going towards saying, now what we should be doing is shifting our mindset towards how we judge other people, right? But that doesn't
Yes,
replace the fact that you should now also take care about your presentation. But also at the
I've
same
been
instance,
saying this. I've been saying from the beginning I started talking, Uguti, the level of respect you give to someone just because of the way they
yes, now
dress,
that
their
is wrong.
perfume, kind of defeats the purpose of relations. You understand?
But without further ado,
So
blockchain, can I take this moment to quickly welcome Mosquito to the panel? They've been here for quite a bit and they've been quiet.
Hey guys. Yeah, no, I just wanted blockchain to finish. I have my 2 cents regarding what they were saying.
Okay. I'll also take this time to also welcome Vusa to the panel, guys. Can we just allow blockchain to finish after? Then, yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge your guys' presence so that it doesn't seem like it's just a dialogue.
All right, how are you guys?
Okay, oh, we all right. How are you, Vusa?
Good, thanks.
All right, thank you guys for joining our panel. So while we allow blockchain to finish their submission, I would like to ask Mosquito to make a submission after blockchain's made his submission, and then after that, can Vusa make his submission then? Blockchain, do you
Yeah,
please want
Welcome,
to add to your submission?
welcome. Yeah, welcome to the two gentlemen that have just joined us. So all I'm just saying is that dress codes, as much as they have mattered in our like past life, in the past of things, dress codes, and while they do still matter in some industries like your banking industry, hey, if somebody came to me just in shorts and I'm walking into your Standard Bank just in shorts, I would have a little bit of doubt, yeah. But hey, look, I'm just saying, dress codes are now a hack. They con artists hack us because they know that the world functions on smell, the world functions on how you look,
I'm
your
sorry to cut
presentation.
you. Sorry to cut you, Blockchain, but I think Flo mentioned an important point here to say, can we also take the conversation outside of the professional setting? Can we go to our general street where we haven't touched? I think yesterday you were here and we really went deep into the professional setting of how dress code impacts the first impressions. But now let's take it to a first date. Let's take it to a party. Let's take it to the club, the beach, something more casual now. We're no longer in the workspace. Let's get out of the workspace now for a moment.
Why can't we take it according to what Glow said with regard to the specific, the specific thing that she mentioned about how she dresses when she goes through a mall with regard to short pants, etc. Why can't we go towards that conversation? Mosquito, did you hear that comment that Glow made about how she dresses when she goes to a mall?
Yeah, I happen to, yeah, I think that's where I caught the conversation with that. I mean, personally, I think I have two things to say. Number one, with what Glow said, listen, as long as it's not inappropriately short, as a woman, you can wear whatever you want, but you live in a society, so as long as there's no nudity that we would then have to see, wear the shortest skirt that you want to wear. But also I have an interesting thing regarding that, and I actually want to ask the ladies on the panel and the gents. I've personally noticed,
Okay,
based on
sorry, Mosquito, before you ask, now, can we have everybody submit their thoughts and then we can have the side questions and then we can rebuttal and all of that? Is that okay?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, fantastic. Right. So what are your thoughts in full? Make your full submission on what are your thoughts when it comes to Glow's question regarding like just going to the mall, or don't just narrow it down to the mall only, or just any public or social setting.
I think for me, I don't have a lot to say because as long as you are dressed decently, there's streetwear, there's like, obviously you mentioned if like other functions as well. So you can actually dress however you would like to dress up like a clown if you want to. For me personally, I think as long as you are decent and you're not showing too much of anything, whether man or woman, judging people based on how they dress, I think, yeah, I don't think that's a smart thing to do. So yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
cut and dry on my side.
All right, then can we now take it to Vusa? I'm gonna go. Sorry, Roy, I'll come to you after we've had Vusa make a submission.
Hi guys.
Hi, Vusa.
Yes. For me, I would say, sometimes the way you portray yourself says a lot to people in public or to ever who's watching you. So, I can say you can judge the person by how they dress because it measures their professionalism. It also measures on the certain field that they're in any other aspects. Maybe like for example, if I see someone who's wearing a suit, then I know this guy. Maybe he's a pastor or he's a businessman, but you can see by dress code what type of person, even when you start
to one scenery.
So taking it to meeting her
But
family.
it was Dogman's turn, blockchain. It's Dogman's turn.
Visa, I'm sorry, the line cut out a little bit during the end part of your speech. Did anybody else also have a bit of a silence?
Yes, there was a bit of a glitch there. Vusa, are you able to come back and complete your submission?
Please, Visa.
Oh,
Yeah,
all
we
right.
couldn't hear the
As I was
last
saying,
part.
guys, as I was saying, majority of time, you can judge a person by how they are dressed, because there are certain field that's like, you know, if someone is dressing like this, this person represent this field. If
What's going on?
if he's dressing like this, you know, this person
I
maybe
think
he's
Vusa
in
is
this field.
struggling with his connection, guys. Maybe we
You
should
can't
go.
hear me,
Yeah, let's move on.
so you
Yeah,
can.
no.
Hello.
I can
Now
hear
we
you.
can hear you.
I can hear you on my side.
Vusa, you're very audible.
It's going to be hard for me now to repeat like what I was saying, because I'm gonna say another thing.
Okay, again, I want to remind you, we're no longer in the professional setting. Now we are now in social settings. I also use the example of, let's say you're meeting your in-laws for the first time, or you're going to visit your in-laws, or this or that. Any other social setting that is outside of the professional setting is what we're tackling now.
So, Vusa, are you basically saying that if a person, a male or female, whatever, is well dressed and they look nice, whatever, you respect them because no, they must be professional and they must be successful because they dress nicely. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly, because you know, even your dress code, it can come from, if like when you are planning what you're going to wear today, it's all comes from your brain. So maybe 2% or 5% of that person who's wearing like that, you know, that person, that maybe that person is like for example, if he's wearing a suit, you can see, okay, maybe this person is working on a professional field. That's why he's portraying himself like this.
I don't agree with that at all. That's my
I think
opinion. I don't agree.
with regard to that, guys,
Dogman, I
coming
ask
from
that we allow everybody to make their submissions first before we rebuttal. We will have a time for rebuttaling, but can we allow people to make their submissions and finish?
Okay, apologies. My apologies. Sorry.
It was my turn. Sorry.
So are you done, Vusa?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, Mr. Dogman, not a rebuttal, but we are asking for your opinion now. Can you make your submission, sir?
I'm just saying that with regard to what Vusa said, I disagree with the way that he interprets the success of a person according to their outfit and their dress. That just because a person dresses well, he assumes that person he or she must be a good businessman or a good businesswoman because of the fact that they dress nicely. Thank you so much. I'm done.
Okay, so I have a question for you now, because now you are going back to bring it back to you. Let's say you have a daughter. I'm not gonna pry into your personal life and ask you if you've got sons or daughters, but let's say you have a daughter and you're meeting her boyfriend for the first time. Do you not expect him to have some kind of decorum when they're coming to meet you, or however they dress, you'll accept him as he is?
Are you talking to me or to Vusa?
I'm talking to you, sir.
I wouldn't expect him to come in a three-piece suit with a bow tie. If he even came with a pair of nice jeans and he looked nice and clean-shaven and presentable and a nice Levi shirt and his shoes were clean and his outfit was clean and it fitted nicely, it would be totally acceptable for me.
So how would you feel if he rocked up in, let's say, your ripped jeans, his hair a bit scruffy, his beard a bit scruffy, dirt under his nails?
I didn't say that.
No, I didn't say. I'm asking you how you would feel if, in the instance that he came through dressed in a way that doesn't show any effort,
I did
how would
not.
you
I
take
said
that?
I'm a journalist. I did not say that. I was very, very explicit and detailed on my reply. That was not mentioned about dirty ripped jeans or dirty fingernails, etc., etc. I said to him, if he wears a pair
Nobody
of
said
jeans
you said
or a
that,
Levi's
Mr. Dogman.
shirt,
Nobody said you
a
said that. I'm
nice pair of
asking
shoes, and he was
how you
nice
would
and clean,
take it.
it would be
I'm
totally
asking you,
acceptable.
how would
Can
you
I say
take it?
something?
No, it would be unacceptable. According to the last comment that you made, it would be
Exactly.
unacceptable for me for
Can,
somebody like that to date my daughter or to take my daughter out. I wouldn't
All
like
right.
it.
All right,
can I
thank you.
say
That's the
something in
question
that
that
regard?
I posed.
It's
Can
come
I
back.
ask? Can I
Minister
say
Roy,
something
can
in
you
that
now
regard?
come in and make your submission? Again, we're
Oh,
making
sorry.
Please.
submissions now, we're not rebuttaling. Roy, please make your submission.
Because there's a lot of thoughts now, in my mind. So the thing is, I think the whole thing of how you
Okay.
see somebody, I think it's subjective. You get. So how one, like for example, let me make this example. How one sees the word sexy, if it's within the right to say, the how one sees sexy compared to the other one is different. So sometimes you think somebody else is showing off, whereas the other one is they thinking is normal to them. So I think this is now getting to us thinking is actually broader than what we think in terms of we thinking somebody needs to look a certain way. But if you think about it, we different as people, like culturally, traditionally, I don't know, socially, whatever the word is. So how we perceive each and every one, we see them different. Even if you wanna take it back to Kanya, back to the corporate world, there is somebody when they show up in a dress, sorry to take it to the women's side as well, but in a dress above the knees, they still looking corporate wise, even kinda sexier. And the other one with the dress below the knees, they thinking it's appropriate, but they say yes, it's still formal, but it's kind of boring. You get what I'm saying? So I think everything is subjective. It's just according to how the individual think according to the other. I hope that makes sense.
All right, thank you. Can we take this time to welcome Born to Move?
Thank you, Kanya. Sanbonan, good evening.
How are you this evening, sir?
Ngiyaphila njani sisi wami?
Hayi, ngiyaphila number. So, what are your thoughts on this?
Yes, Kanya, there's this thing, bayibizani, bathini, dress how you want to be addressed. Is that what they say normally? So I've heard that line before, but for me, on a lighter note, I think if you're gonna meet your partner's family, number one, you need to understand their culture. You need to understand what kind of people they are. And because you are not there just for fun, especially if you're meeting them for the first time, you don't know what kind of people they are. So you need to dress presentable, and you need to respect them. If you are a baddie, or if you are I don't know what's the word for men, leave your baddie at home. You are going to someone's house, and you are going to be potentially going to be their son-in-law. So if you're meeting for the first time, just be presentable. If you're a lady, we're not saying dress like Makoti, but just be presentable. I'm not going to come here and try and tell women how to dress, or come and try and tell men how to dress. But I think at the end of the day, you want to be presentable. You would want your partner to feel comfortable that your partner is actually presentable. I'm not going to go to Kanya's parents rocking my shorts, my vest from gym, my sneakers from gym. No. that's just a sign of disrespect. Even though they might not be judgmental about it, but it just shows that I don't respect that home. Because you're going to someone's home, you don't know their culture, you don't know how they do things. So at least for the first time, if you're a guy, just wear your chinos and your shirt and your shirt. You look presentable. Simple. For a lady, I'm not a lady, but I think a dress, or I see lately ladies wear skirts with their shirt, with their sneakers. That's okay, but just respect someone's home.
Thank you. Finally, somebody who speaks to my point of appropriateness for dress code. In the mall, no one is looking at your appropriateness. But in certain settings, you need to really.
So kind. Like if you can look at the picture that I posted, that is simple to meet your in-laws or future in-laws. Sorry.
Sometimes you don't even need an actual shirt to meet them. Even a simple golf tee would do.
Yes,
But
yes. True.
again, like what I'm saying, appropriateness is important. But again, nobody's policing what you're wearing to the mall. Nobody's policing what you're wearing, just going wherever you're doing, minding your own business in town. But in social settings, that's where I have a problem with people not wanting to understand the importance of appropriateness. Like you just mentioned, that if you're going to meet your in-laws for the first time, you can't just rock up. There's no need for your father-in-law to know that you've got to know where your muscles start and end and know that you've got a V line. There's no need for your mother-in-law to know that when your silhouette is like this exactly. There really is no real need. It's not a must. You can dress appropriately for that occasion. You can go back to being a baddie in your spare time, but when you're going to certain settings, there is a certain way. I mean, you're not gonna go dressed like a Makoti going on a beach holiday with your girlies. Obviously not. You are going to freak yourself out you're gonna freak out when it comes to your dress code. You're gonna be, having your freakum dress on. That's okay, because you are not in a setting where you should be decent or viewed as decent. But again, if you are coming through to certain settings or certain family events, there is no need to be showing certain parts of your body for certain people, is what I'm saying.
Kanya.
But yeah, yes, Lo.
What about when you're a woman, you understand what I'm saying? What about if I'm wearing a short peplum? You see the peplum skirts?
Yeah, I see the peplum skirts. Yeah.
And a nice long t-shirt. I've covered up the short and the upper body is covered. Like that type of formal. Is it inappropriate because I'm like showing like a little bit of thigh?
Where are you going?
I'm going to my in-laws, but I'm wearing like formally like that.
No,
the
that's
short
not
peplum.
appropriate, Loklo. That's not appropriate. Why can't you cover your knees? Why must your father-in-law be above your knees? Is my thing. I will forever be backward with that. For me, in my opinion, that is. Why must your father-in-law know when your thighs they are on?
No, Mara, the short peplum is formal like it.
Formal or not formal, but why must your in-laws know when you've got these gorgeous thighs?
Mara, why is my father-in-law looking at my knees?
Because you're wearing something that is showing your knees and you are sitting right in front of him. It's not like you're elsewhere. You are sitting right in front of him with your knees. What must happen?
You must look at my eyes. We are communicating
Oh,
face to face.
in Zulu they say iso alphakele. So
I don't know, Zulu. What are you saying?
No, but okay, again, we come from different homes and we come from different settings where certain things are acceptable. For me and the way I was brought up, that is not acceptable.
That's your
But
opinion.
a problem like the thing
Exactly.
is,
That's why I'm saying for me. I did emphasize that that's for me, not for somebody else.
and I
For
understand,
me.
and I understand. I'm saying, Gore, it's a formal setting, and there's formal wear that shows skin. And
How now are you the one
how
taking
going
it
to
back to formal
navigate
ways settings?
Mm?
Khanya sorry kancane Glo, yazi ngikhanya ne inkinga iyodwa la, abanye abantu aba-understand ukuthi nawe emzini omunye umuntu udinga ukuhlonipha. Yabona if we can understand that base yokuthi you are not in your home, you are in someone else's home, just respect them. Ungagcoki ngathi you are with your friends. We are not saying people umuntu agcoke ingubo uvale uyashisa. No, just respect someone's home. You're gonna be there maybe for an hour or two. Nothing's gonna bite you, and then you can go back to wearing your shorts with your man. You know,
Okay.
you are not
Can
in.
I ask you a question? If
Yes,
I'm
Glo.
going to a Zulu family, if I wear the Zulu attire that leaves my boobs and my
Got a glow.
But wait, let her
Wait,
finish. I will
let
answer
me
her.
skip. Let me
Guys, you
skip.
guys are
Let her finish.
missing
I'll
the
answer her.
point. You guys are
Wait,
missing the point that Glow is
wait,
trying to put across.
wait.
Glow is trying to say people need to have their
Block.
own
No,
self-control.
wait. Let me
Let her
finish this
finish
point. Let me
first.
finish this point. I'm going to a Zulu family and I am a virgin. I'm gonna dress up like a virgin and meet my in-law. Is that appropriate?
Okay, Glo. Then I'm gonna
I don't
switch
know
this
what
over
to
to
say
you.
to you.
Will it be okay, me as your man, going to your family, wearing my shorts, as I said, Jiminy, showing my dingling? Would you be okay with it?
If you come with a Zulu attire, I carry you as Zulu. I'll just be
No,
like,
no,
okay,
no. We are a
But
secret
oh, you're just going, sis.
No, it's fine. I want to
no, but
ask
like
her that
I'm
question.
serious. Kanya, let's say you're coming to my
No,
house
but now I'm
as a
also serious with are you gonna be okay with me as your man going to your family, showing my dingling ilenga lapha ngaphansi?
Mara, you're wearing shorts. You're not wearing traditional
It
attire.
doesn't matter, but it's
My
there. It's
that's
it's
not
outside.
appropriate. That's not appropriate because that's not
But
appropriate
it's not appropriate, but it's appropriate for you to show your boobs.
because I'm wearing Zulu attire, miss.
Oh
No.
But again, okay, Glow, the Zulu attire
And I'm a
thing,
virgin.
can I speak to the
It
Zulu attire
doesn't
thing?
matter.
Again, virgins in this modern day, ne, virgins don't walk around with their boobs out because they are virgins. There's certain settings whereby a virgin will be dressed like that for a reason, not just in the casual poregin where you're not gonna rock up and find all your virgin sisters-in-laws with their boobs out when you're just going to visit on a casual day. But
Yes.
if there's an actual event that calls for them to dress like that, then that's appropriate. But if it's not, there's no event that's calling for that, then that's just seeking attention in all the wrong ways.
Mara, I'm going back again to that showing like like you're saying modern, like you guys are picking and choosing the modern part of society. A peplum is considered formal as long as you are wearing it with a nice shirt covering up. But then what you are saying to me, no, if you go to your in-laws wearing a peplum, to me a peplum it's a formal skirt. I can't wear it to anywhere except the office. But they are short, not short, but they show a little bit of like your knee, like maybe not short, like your normal short skirt that you wear on the street. That's what I'm saying. And you're also refusing that. That's my point.
I'm not refusing you in the business setting, but I was refused. Oh, okay. I thought you were still on the in-laws part. No, in a business setting, guys, I guess if you're comfortable with that, then who's to stop you?
May I say something? Hello?
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me? Okay, so what I want to say is if Glow's man would be comfortable with the way that she was dressing, it was
Guys,
acceptable.
I need to disappear for a moment, right? I'll be back.
Glow, can you hear me? Glow's now muted.
Yes, we can hear, all of you can hear you.
Okay, so what I'm saying, Glow, is I'm sure that your man would object if he thought that you were wearing the inappropriate dress. So I am sure that it would, and you sound like the type of person that's very conservative and intelligent, etc., etc., you would know what you should wear. If your man was very happy with wearing the pedlum, whatever you said, how do you pronounce it? The outfit, the name of the skirt.
It's a peplum. It's like a balloon skirt.
Okay, so if your man was happy with that, and he didn't say, you know what, it's too short or whatever, I'm sure it would be absolutely fine to wear that towards your in-laws. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much. And the point I'm bringing with the peplum is that it, even if it's short, it's considered formal. That's what I'm saying. Where do we draw the line when it comes to this formal? Is it skin or is it formal clothing in modern times?
Chloe, that's why Minangtebuwege, if you're dating your partner, if you have a partner, I think your first homework, he will probably help you with the homework. Understand ukuthi ubuyaphi, understand his culture. Simple as that. Certain things you can do them with your men, but certain things when you meet, especially when you're meeting the family for the very first time, you need to do your homework.
Now probably go to my in-laws wearing jeans because I don't own dresses like that. Because I wear work suits and I don't even go to church. So that's not something I would buy.
Yeah, and secondly, it also depends. Are you dating your partner for marriage or just for fun?
Mara, what does dressing up have to do with me as an individual?
No,
Like that's what I pointed out on the comment section. That's what I pointed out on the comment section that why not let's say my boyfriend now goes to meet my mom and he's dressed like
like look at the picture. Can you see the picture I posted now?
On your profile?
Yes.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay. Are you happy with me going to meet your mom for the first time dressed like that?
Wait, let me go. You look like you work out. What's the problem?
Sorry?
You are wearing sportswear. What's the problem?
Yes. I'm asking you, matang.
But like, you know what? For me, I'm looking at you, and I don't think my mom would be like, "Oh my God, he was wearing like sports." Like I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Okay, but for me,
me as a parent,
okay.
let me say me as a parent. If my daughter, you came with my daughter wearing like that, I won't be looking at her like, why are you bringing somebody who's wearing sportswear? I actually think you are a sports person, to be honest.
Yeah, but for me, because I respect your mother, I wouldn't come to your mom's home for the first time, especially first time dressed like that.
But my point is, clothing doesn't mean you respect her. Like respect comes with clothing. To me, it's how you're gonna.
It's a sign of
interact
decency.
with her. You might come in a suit.
It's decency.
Wait, you might come in a suit. You might come in a suit, but be rude. What was the point of the suit?
Born to move. My big brother.
The suit will play its part, and how you interact will also play its part. So it's not always the case that people will be looking for what you're going to say, but they also want to see how are you dressing and how are you going to present yourself to them.
Honestly, nobody. Honestly, for me, I feel like if you come in my house wearing like how Born to Move showed me on his profile, like a whole jogging attire, to my house, my mom won't be like, why is he wearing like that? Like whatever. She would listen to what he says.
Chloe, but I'm saying your partner has to be like an overall. Yes, I agree with you that the clothes don't mean anything, but it just shows a sign of respect. Obviously, yes, the person still has to respect your parents by how they talk to your parents, how they respond to your parents.
But what I'm saying, we are
It's because
modern.
it,
Like we are modern now. Like parents were talking about us growing up. We're no longer talking about my grandmother, my mother. We're talking about this generation. Do you think they care about you
you
wearing
see,
a suit?
this is why we have disrespect for kids, because they are gentle parenting. That's why.
But Glow, that
Because
will be
because
I'm
sorry,
sorry.
Dockman.
Sorry, Glow, that will be a reflection on the type of person that you are dating. It will be a reflection on you, bringing that type of person to the home to meet your parents. Do you understand my point?
No, I understand your point. And I hope everybody on the panel understands my point. Like I feel like I'm looking at it in a lens of modern
There's,
society.
you see, Chloe, Mina, I get you, man. Here's what I get. I've learned to understand that people hide their true selves behind dress code. Like, for instance, I can say to you, Glow, I respect your parents today, and I'm going to go and see them dressed in, let's say, some nice jeans, good khakis, and a long sleeve t-shirt. You know? Yeah. But then when we get back home, you're an abusive boyfriend. You get what I'm saying? So, hey, dude, dress code can hide a lot of things. Do you understand? Dress code, though appreciated and understood,
Okay,
is
so
it
Glow, would
has
you
has
like to
has
leave
its
first?
own coverings, has its own sweep under the rag type of thing going on with it, you know. And look, Mina, personally, I would appreciate somebody who shows up the way they usually dress during the day. You understand? The way they think, that will exude what I'm experiencing, what this person is every single day. Do you understand? I'm for, yes, there's a wedding. Yes, there's a wedding. I'm gonna dress in a black suit or probably a white suit and go to my wedding. I understand that. But then now I'm going to meet your parents. Your parents must know who I am during the day, how I behave with you. I understand what you're saying, Glow. And unfortunately, the world we live in is still blinded by the thought processes that have been instilled from time immemorial. You know, so those thought processes don't work no more these days. There are a whole lot of things. We're dealing with phantoms. We're dealing with shapeshifters, people who dress nicely, but then they want to get your pin code. People who will dress nicely, but they want a piece of your inheritance. You understand? So hey, I totally get you, Glow. I totally see where you are going with this. And when Glow, there's no problem with the way you dress on the street. People need to learn to control themselves. People need to learn to mind their own business, or business their own mind, so that they can sort out their own issues instead of looking into how somebody else is dressed and why they are dressed that way. I hear you totally, Glow, and there's no problem with how you're thinking. It's just that people need to adjust and learn to be self-controlling.
Okay, thank you. Born to Move, you raised your hand on the comment first.
Chloe, I have a question. Why do we have clothes that are different? For example, you have your pajamas, they're not the same as your suit.
Oh, pajamas and the difference between pajamas and suits. That's your
Yes.
question.
Why do we have them?
Pajamas, obviously, pajamas are for like it's night wear for sleeping,
Yes. Yes.
and then suits are for formal settings, like if you work in a office, maybe you can wear it, and
So
if
why?
you are going to church. But but I wanna piggyback from what you just said. They
Okay.
are different types of dressings, right? There are people who wear suits, and there are people who I'm echoing. Who can you
I
mute?
think you can you mute maybe Doc Man as well?
Okay, thank you. I'm saying my point is there are people who wear suit. Let's say there's a person that wears suits that goes to church that likes to wear formal is a shirt and a formal pants and formal. And then there are amapantsula, we know them, right? They are always on Converse, Dickies, Mapantsula, we know them. I don't know if Dogman wants me to elaborate on what amapantsula are, but everybody knows what they are.
I understand it. Thank you, Chloe.
Okay. My point is, are we gonna have the guy Walapantsula, even if he's a good guy, wear a suit to go meet my mom? Is that what we're saying?
And again, Glow, amapantsula they were nice. Because bakwazi ukugcoka ama-floor shab nama-Brentwood nama-shirt abo. Sometimes they will wear the shoes, the amatekla ukhuluma ngawo, with their Brentwood and their shirt.
Yes,
So
but
they're still okay.
okay. No, sorry.
They're still okay. So I think le ndaba le of dressing for the to meet your in-laws for the first time. I think it just depends with who you're meeting, the family that you're meeting, and is your partner okay with Tepe, for example, to go you meet your in-laws?
Yes.
And if your partner knows your family very well, I think he needs to guide you or she needs to guide you. Vice versa.
No, it's what
Because
Dogman
we
I think
can't
was
say
saying.
yes, we can't put everyone in the same umbrella. That's why it is very important to understand the family that you're visiting and your partner to also give you a rundown about his family. Because if he doesn't or if she doesn't, and you rock up in a certain way, they will think you're disrespecting them, even though you are not a disrespectful person, just because of your outfit. Because remember, some families, let us not try to hide away from this. Some families will judge you the way you are dressed, even though you are a good person,
Right.
or even if you are a bad person, but you are dressed appropriate, they will still judge you. And we are human beings. I think we are wired that way, that for the first time when we meet someone, we sort of like want to judge them. It's okay, it happens. But what I'm saying is that let your partner be the guide of his family or her family, because he or she knows the family better than you. And he doesn't want you to be an embarrassment, and vice versa.
I agree. And also, obviously, obviously, when we meet people's parents, who are we asking about the family? What they like, what they don't like? How should I? It's the partner. You can't just
Yes.
you ask the basic things that they like doing. What you like. I get that part, and I agree. Like I can
And
disagree.
if my parents say, if I know that my parents, if you come and rock in your that skirt that you're talking about, I'm gonna say to you, hey, Guzoshuba. And I'm not saying with manje, I am making you backwards. All I'm asking from you, just even if you don't have the dress, I rather buy the dress just for that occasion. We're meeting the parents, and then that's it. And then from that day on, we'll find a way around them.
May I comment, please?
Sure.
Yes.
Vaughan, how are you? Thank you so much. That was what I did mention.
I'm good, and how are you, brother?
As Glow did acknowledge that. But also what is very important, in my opinion, is the self-respect of the person themselves in today's times. What type of respect would a person have for themselves. If they go and meet the guy's in-laws and she's wearing, for example, a miniskirt, would that be the appropriate thing to wear? What about the respect that they have for themselves, for their own bodies? Am I right? Am I wrong? I'd like you to.
You're absolutely right. I think we're just talking as conversations, but we know the right thing, to be honest. We know what is the right thing. Like, even if I don't have a dress, I don't own a lot of dresses, but if I'm going to my boyfriend's house, I would go and buy a dress. Not because he forced me, it's just respect in general. Like, it's just morality. I don't know. I don't want to I don't like using the word morality or whatever, but I feel like it's a consensus thing where people just know what in certain settings this is how you're supposed to wear. And I agree with you, Dogman, that it's self-respect.
Yes, and you know what, Chloe, you don't have to, one doesn't have to go and buy a dress from the House of Prada. One can go and buy a dress from Pep Stores or Pick and
Right.
Pay. You know
And
what I'm
Chloe,
saying? Am I right or wrong, Vaughn?
you're right. You're right. It's also Chloe about just lend. Chloe, I say this thing. It's a simple thing. If you can master the art of reading the room, you go far in life. You go very. I'm not a therapist, but I can tell you this for free. Learning to read the room, it's very important. And in our Chloe, when you buy that skirt, when you go to that family, you will read the room. Going forward, you will know, okay, maybe I can next time rock a chinyana, cover my shoulders and stuff like that, because you've read the room. You've been listening to the people when they're
As
talking.
much as we all agree and are kumbaya, sometimes the room is not what we are reading.
No, Mara,
No,
no, we're not
reading the
talking
room,
about
you'll never
scammers.
go wrong.
Right. Like, people can't fake. If you sit with people for an hour or 2 hours, there's some traits that they can't hide. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. They're going to eventually
Listen more,
reveal themselves.
talk less. You'll get things.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
even if I try to fake but there's certain things that I'm going to do, I won't even notice. It's just how I am. And somebody that's paying attention to me would notice, okay, Glow likes doing that. Like, it's a paying attention thing. Like, some people are good at it. Like, they're good at paying attention and just being quiet and just seeing everybody's personality. You might think that you are a scam artist or you are fake, but someone is seeing you for who you are.
True. And the thing is, Glow. Oh, sorry. Okay.
No.
Yes,
Can I just
Yes,
go quickly?
Chloe.
I wanted
I
to
agree.
say, Chloe, when you speak,
Wait,
people.
Mtashinga, you will
Oh,
submit after Bonne. Let him
okay.
finish his
So I
point.
wanted to do this quick one. I just want to support what you're saying. If you are a con artist and I'm with you, my family, one person from the family member will pick it up. So whether I'm dressed like I'm a president, I'm tied shoes from head to toe suit, if I'm not legit, someone will pick it up. So I'm just adding to what you say.
There you go. Hence, I'm
Wait,
saying it
blockchain.
all debounks.
Blockchain. Wait, Tashinga, I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. You wanted to say something.
Of course, yeah.
Because he's been here.
No, thank you. That's fine. Evening to everyone. I hope you're all well. Okay, I just got in, but then with the gist of what is being, dissected here, I think we're just a little too grown to still be discussing dress codes. To be honest, I like to think that. I mean, with the code that goes like on the topic boards, don't judge book by its cover. Clearly, to us, it's only a saying without any literal, like relevance. You know what I mean? We've seen that. Of course, don't judge book by its cover. Clothing does not matter. It does not really define your behavior. Your behavior can be defined by material. It's defined by how you want to present yourself, not how you want to look in your clothes. It doesn't matter. What if you bought a longer dress, then you went to cut it. What do you have, like you had a shorter dress, but you went to extend it just to create the impression. But the truth is, how you behave will be the ultimate like decider. It's so disappointing for us to still be discussing like material at this stage, you know. Okay, fine. Okay, going to the second one. How much does like an outfit say
Wait,
about
wait,
one's
wait,
personality? Okay, can I
wait.
just finish?
No, we don't
No.
we don't
Okay,
do
is
that.
there both topic?
No, we were on topic one, and then after you submit topic one, then we're gonna go around in again, and then because
Oh no,
nobody
thank you.
yes, nobody submitted
No,
topic.
thank you. Okay,
Are you
okay,
done with
fine. Let me
topic
just
one?
finish on topic one. No, let
Okay.
me get down on topic one.
All
Let me
right.
just do my closing like submissions on topic one. So I like to think that so far we've mastered the art of blaming things on wrong things, you know. For instance, material cannot be blamed on one's behavior, but I think one's behavior can determine like something about material. I don't know if I make myself clear. Okay, for instance, now of late, you're seeing a lot of youngsters wearing quite mini skirts, of which is relevant, of which is according to the timeline. I understand that. It does not define who they are. They might be from a very well-groomed family. They might be very well-groomed kids. But just because the skirt is too mini, the skirt is not raised by anyone, but the person is raised by someone. Are we saying this skirt is from a family? We live in the person. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. We're gonna move to topic two, ne? We're gonna start with Dogman because it's just next to me, and then we'll go blockchain and etc. until Born to Move, and then I'll submit at the end. So, how much does an outfit say about a personality or a character of a person? Dogman, submit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for that, Glow. Let me just do it the way I would like to try and set an example here. You're in the army, you've got your uniform, you've got your same rifle, you've got your same kit. Does that mean you are all good soldiers? So my answer is that it doesn't really mean much. Thank you.
Blockchain, if somebody has submitted, I told you how the thing goes. Blockchain, Ntashinga, and then Born to Move.
Oh well, to me, the outfit is just a covering, just to keep yourself protected from probably the shame of being naked or protecting yourself from the elements of weather. For me, that's what an outfit is. Yeah, they can be events, they can be all that and all that, but it doesn't really tell me much about you, you know? Yeah. I may read some things off of how you're dressed, but then it doesn't really mean that it's the way they are.
Okay, thank you. I'd like to think one's next. Okay, you know what? On a number of aspects, I like to agree with the two previous speakers, Dog and Blockchain. I mean, for instance, particularly Dog, just because you're in good uniform, rifle, doesn't make you a good soldier. Same here. I mean, you could have like they say, how does outfit say about outfit can really say something about personality, depending who's reading the outfit. Okay, if I'm dressing like in those bootleg jeans because I'm aspiring to be a superstar, okay, is it going to be a bad thing? Or is it because maybe it's bootleg is not, or maybe it's because the outfit is not being expanded, you know, as to outfit, what do we mean exactly? Is outfit miniskirt only, or is outfit only tight jeans, or is outfit only torn jeans? What's outfit exactly? Because I feel the subject here is somewhat too narrow. Not only subject here, maybe even generally in society. We are so narrow in looking at things. We look at them in a context that maybe we feel We want to define people, not that how people should be defined in terms of their character, in terms of their ambitions, in terms of their priorities, maybe their professional space, whatever the case may be. You know, you can dress in suits, not because you are, an academic or anything of that nature. You dress in just because you like them, but not to say that you're a good person. You can dress in miniskirts, not to say that you're a bad person. It's only because you feel comfortable in them. Do you really care about that? We don't, Maybe outfit is also overrated. Maybe not overrated. Maybe it's just too narrowed rather than being widened. Thank you.
Hey, on this one, how much does an outfit say about a personality or character? Look, you can't really judge a person by how they are dressed, especially their character. The only way you can get to understand a person's character is when you start speaking to them or interacting with them. Yes, some people, they dress according to their character. When you start engaging with them, you get to understand, oh, this person is dressed like this because his character is like that. So it's like a split. It's like a 50-50 when it comes to personality and outfit. But I would say I'm more lenient towards that. For you to tell the person's character is when you engage with the person deeply, not like one liner.
Okay, thank you guys for submitting. Okay, I'll just submit because there's no women on the panel, so how much does an outfit say? I feel like personality wise, to me, it says that you are confident, and some people are not. Like I can tell from a person who is confident on how they're dressed. Like I feel like if you are covered up, most of the time you are shy and like insecure about your body. But if you like to show off your body, you're probably confident. That's my take.
May I say something, Glo?
And character wise, it has nothing to do with character, but personality wise.
We're emotional.
No,
No,
actually,
we're
it's
emotional.
no, we can't all
You're
have a
emotional.
no, we can't all have a consensus, guys. I mean, I'm looking at it in a different manner. Or some people when they
So
dress
you
up,
see people that are covering up, they're not confident.
Glo, I would rather speak to some person who's naked than some fool wearing an over-the-top outfit that costs hundreds and thousands of dollars.
no, but now I'm not talking about like the value of the amount of the clothing. I'm talking about even if it's cheap clothing. But it's a cute, a cute like nice skirt, like a mini nice skirt dress, and then the other one is dressed. She has a nice body. I feel like people with who go to the gym and have nice bodies, if they're covering up, I don't understand it. Why are you covering up? But if you are like going to the gym and you like you're confident man in your skin, that's what I'm saying.
I agree with Bourne. Bourne said earlier on that you can only start understanding once the person starts to function and speak. An outfit does nothing. It's what's and who is wearing the outfit that is the important factor.
You know, Doc. I'm sure Glo will probably say something on this. So many times we will hear women say, "Oh my God, that guy, he's so handsome, but he's boring." It's because she was probably attracted to this guy who's handsome until he opened his mouth, and then she got
Yeah.
turned off.
Yes,
So that's why.
I agree 100%.
So
I
he
And
agree
could be
vice
100%.
wearing that.
versa to the opposite sex as well.
Yes, true. That's why I wanted to lean more to the gent side, so that doesn't come across as otherwise. So it just shows you that sometimes you need to engage with the person deeper. Then you can tell, okay, am I talking to a person that I can have meaning conversations with? I can talk deeper things with them and be able to switch and be playful at the same time. Because Touch, please mute your mic because I keep hearing myself. Because obviously you can't be talking serious things all the time. But obviously that takes some IQ, EQ levels.
No, I agree 100%. And also, when it comes to I made a point the other time, I was not in this live, I think we were talking about this, but it was not on the topic, is that it's very dangerous to judge people by how they dress, especially on the street, because you might pick up somebody who is a Mormon. Is it a Mormon? Like those people that they cover up from head to toe, and then you bring them home, come to find out that that person is the meanest of the mean. And then me, I'm coming from my house to McDonald's there to buy ice cream, and I decided to wear like a skimpy short and a tank top. And your first impression is like, okay, that person. That's my point. Like, we can't basing something on dressing up, on how somebody dresses. It's a dangerous thing, because a lot of people have brought evil people in their household because of she was wearing or she goes to church type of thing. That thing is dangerous. It's very, self-destructive, if I may say.
You
Thank
said
you. If I may just come in, if I'm allowed. I mean, a very practical example. Okay, the recent ongoing case, Thabo Beste, right? I've never seen the dude like in what we may term as ugly clothes, or maybe clothes which don't really give that much of respect or command. But when you look at the trail of criminality of the acts he's committed, then you're like, this dress code and the criminality just don't, intertwine. They just don't go together. But there you are, you know what I mean? You're looking at the cat Matlala. Is it Matlala or whatever the guy may be? I mean, it's always like in a nice suit. But you look at the track record of the criminal activities, like, whoa, criminal activities, such much. Then there was this couple which was captured on many social media platforms. This guy was in work where the lady was in traditional attires, one on the shawl, like on her shoulders and on her waist, and the guy was holding a drink for his own, and then it went on to be so viral. It's like a beautiful picture that signifies what true meaning of love. Next thing, you look at the two, pieces I've mentioned here, Matala and Thabo Beste in one basket. This gentleman, and workwear and all that, on the other side, two different pictures, but giving exactly different meanings. So therefore, we cannot go saying how you dress will then determine who you turn out to be. It doesn't work like that. Let's give each one a chance. Let's
Okay,
hear what you gotta do, what you gotta say. Thank you.
on the Thabo Bester situation, is there are some women that are gullible, if you understand what I'm saying. There are some women that are gullible. There are some women that are attentive, that they pay attention. Manipulative men like Thabo Beste have a target market. They have specific women that they're targeting. We might say, who's the lady that he's going to jail with?
Dr. Makutuman.
Yes, she might be smart,
Dr.
but she
Nandita
might,
Makutuman.
yes, she might be smart academically, right? But she might be gullible personality wise. She might be those women that are easily swayed. if you know what I'm saying. So it's not about him dressing nice, it's about the woman. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I don't know if you guys understand
Fine.
what I'm saying, like on the panel.
But now, okay,
No,
if you are
mina,
going
mina,
to
mina. Oh, oh, sorry.
Wait. Want to move,
okay,
you
thank
can
you.
speak.
Just a second.
Okay. I wanted to block. Please mute.
Okay, guys. Okay, for this to not, can you like raise your hand on the comment section so that we cannot over talk if you want to say something.
Okay, can we mute block because there's a sound coming from him?
Blockchain, can you mute?
Yes,
Okay, let me
I'm
mute. Let
listening.
me
I'm listening. I'm here.
no mute.
Please mute.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, don't Bon, wait, let him finish his point, or maybe you wanna, and then you
okay,
will say
sorry.
something.
All right, sure.
Dashing, finish your point. Okay, Bon, you can talk. I think he's busy.
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to
No, it's
say
fine.
to
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you. I just had to unmute myself.
Okay.
Can I proceed?
Yes.
No, thank you. You know what, man? I felt like we've gone past an era and timeline where we need to genderize the matters. You see, you're gonna start to say, no, not you for say, just you for a pronoun to everyone general. Say like, women this, women that. You know, you're not born with gender. Gender finds you along the way. When you're conceived, you don't have gender. Gender finds you along the way. But brain cells are there. So now let's just focus on decision making. Let's leave the gender baseline. Just because you dress in a particular way doesn't really necessarily mean that you're a good person. Just because you're academically smart doesn't mean that you can be generally gullible. There's nothing like that. Every dog has got its own day. But then again, dress code does not
Okay,
define. So
Tashinga has network problems. You can Born to move, you can you can speak. And then after this we're gonna welcome Touch of Gold and the Grip. They're gonna submit their point. Born to move.
Yeah, I was just responding to what you were saying. I think sometimes when we choose partners, we never ask for wisdom, you know, to be guided when it comes to people that we choose. But at the same time, I think if you are not streetwise, like you were saying, you might miss certain things from a person. But at the same time, with the last point, is that a person who knows how to manipulate another person, those people are very dangerous because you can be very smart, but they know how to manipulate you, then you have a big problem, especially if you are not streetwise. It becomes worse for you. That's why we like joking as Machita Hora. Hey, Ntwana Ibadi Lemara is not streetwise. So in life, it looks like you need to have both. You can be book smart. You also need to be streetwise.
No, I agree. But okay. Let me welcome other people on the panel because I'm gonna say something. It's gonna okay. Touch of Gold. Touch of something.
Touch of class.
Okay, Touch of Class.
Hello, everyone.
We got you, bro.
Okay. The issue of dressing is a very complex one. But I think that how you dress plays. I don't know to what extent, but it plays a role in how people perceive you. If you want to go into the corporate world, there is a certain dress code that is expected of you. If you want to go into politics, if you want to go in anything that is meaningful, there is a certain dress code that you have to adhere to. So I'm not for judging people by how they dress, but I just want to highlight the fact that
Oh, I'm so sorry. We're on topic 2, Shem. I can hear you are talking about you're on topic 1. We are gone from that one. We're on
I
topic.
just joined in now, so
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I couldn't hear that you're still on topic 1. We're on how much does an outfit say about a personality or a character of a person?
okay. I think my points still hold water, or they'll suffice, because I was going to that.
Okay.
Yeah, like Wabona Kimang, DJ Swu, he can get away with that because he's at a place where he's now made.
Get away with what, if I may ask? I'm so sorry.
With this kind of dressing, if you've noticed, he's been dressing kind of shabby, nyana.
Okay.
He can get away with that because he has made his millions. Even Vabo Jay-Z, there was a time where you could tell Kuri he's just starting up, yet all these bling bling about him and what, and when he matured a bit, when he was making big moves, he changed to a more moderate kind of dress style. And now he's a billionaire. He dresses anyhow. But for the majority of us, we still have to struggle to prove ourselves when it comes to dressing. I'm trying to say that I'll give a personal example. I can't pull up at a bank to ask for a loan dressed anyhow. You understand? There has to be a certain way that I have to be dressed like, so that when I talk to the bank manager, you see that I can entrust this guy with the loan. I'll stop here for now.
Okay, thank you. So you are saying, okay, you're gonna answer my question after the grip, ne? So you're saying, Gore, if I go into the bank with flip-flops and a tank top, but my bank account or my bank, it shows that I have assets and everything. The bank manager won't give me a loan because I'm dressed in a flip-flops. But that's neither here or there. The grip, you answer after the grip.
Okay.
Yes, hello everyone.
The grip, you can answer me. You can answer me by when you're busy, like submitting. Gore, should I, if I'm wearing flip-flops and like inappropriate, I did my fingers to the bank, but my bank account shows what this person has money and is eligible for a loan. Is the bank manager going to reject me because I'm wearing inappropriate? You can.
I get your question, but I think
Wait. I said it's the grip's turn. You answer. He was gonna answer me.
Are you able to hear me? Am I audible? Because I've got an earpiece here.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, 100%. I think that is
Glow, he's talking away from his microphone.
Okay, give me a moment. Give me a moment. Done. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay, number one, that is not a good example because your dress code has got nothing to do with your credit score. It's got nothing to do with your application at the bank. Simply because the branch manager, whoever you're talking to there, it is not their job to either approve or decline your loan. Your loan is approved and or declined by the systems. Doesn't matter how magnificent your suit looks, when you walk into the bank, if your credit score is low, you will not get that loan. And so that is not the best of examples. However, I do agree with the gentleman when he says that it's very important to dress appropriately. Moving forward, don't judge a book by its cover. Can we really apply this principle to dressing? Do you judge people based on how they dressed? Yes, I do, man. Absolutely. But it depends on what the judgment is for. I mean, if you and I are going to be friends, hell, I don't care how you dress up. If you're going to be my boss,
Greg,
yes.
I'm so sorry for cutting you, but we are at topic 2. I'm so sorry.
Okay, how much does an outfit say about a personality or character of a person? It says absolutely nothing outside of context. It depends where you are. If you are in an office setup and you are dressed rough, slapdash, says a lot about you. It says that you do not have the ability to read the room. It says that you do not understand the dress code that is supposed to be at the office, which means that you are somebody that doesn't pay attention to detail when it comes to what is required of you. So yes, you can tell that based on the person's personality, but it's only got to do with where they are. If you are my friend and you don't dress up so nicely, I'm not going to say you're not going to be my friend because you're always wearing terrible clothes. You could have certain qualities that I still need as a friend more than I need those Instagram pictures and Facebook pictures. So you could definitely tell a person's personality by how they dress, but it doesn't tell you whether they're smart or whether they're dumb. It doesn't tell you whether they're focused or whether they're distracted. It just tells you what you need to know based on where they are at that point in time. If you are at a party and you can see this chick with the pump shots and a booty hanging out, you know what that means. If you are at the mall and you can see this person dressed, it's got to do with where you are at that point in time, because different dress codes are for different spaces. Now, if you don't understand how to wear the appropriate outfits at the appropriate place, ngiyakujaja mina.
No, I agree. I agree. A touch of class. You can make your point, or what did you mean by the manager will reject you? You can make your case.
Okay. I'm sure a lot of you missed parts where I said a whole lot of people. I mean like 80% of the people. Why I'm saying 80% of the people, these are the people that fall into that bracket where their credit score is bad. They don't have $1 million in the bank, not even 200,000 in the bank. These are the people that I'm talking about. So your question, incorporating what I had already removed, is not valid as a question, because I had already said that for most of us, that's why I gave an example. Kuri wabona Usbu, he can get away with that because they don't care how he dresses. They know already he's a millionaire. He can get away with it. But I'm talking about reality, the majority of people that are struggling with their credit scores, or the people that haven't made it yet. That was the point. could
I,
you
I
judge?
wanna okay, I wanna understand this. So if a person that's wearing a suit but they didn't make it in life, are you saying that they can have a chance at the bank? They have bad credit and they're wearing a suit. I just wanna understand like where are you going with the dressing?
I think given Kuri the person wearing a suit and the other person who's not wearing a suit, but they both in the same kind of situation. I think the person who's wearing a suit, you have a better chance.
Okay,
That's what I'm
okay.
saying.
Okay, I heard you. Born to Move, I see your hand on the comment section.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to quickly disagree with Touch, respectfully so. For example, I'm a professional trainer, so I'm always in uniform, meaning that I'm wearing sneakers, socks, shorts, and t-shirt for work. So if I want to go to the bank, I don't have to go home to change into a suit to go and do business at the bank. If the bank sees me sees me fit good, if whatever I'm applying for, I'm eligible or can afford it, they will give it to me, whether I'm wearing a suit or not. So this one, I'm not with you on it. With the suit and all that. Because you can find a business person who runs his own business, who's an entrepreneur, will come to the bank, get the overall. They will still grant him a loan because he can afford it. I can come in a suit. If I cannot afford it, they won't grant it to me.
Okay. You can rebut to what he said, and then Dogman Mel wanted.
It's just
You wanna say something on the comment section?
okay. I'll just agree to disagree. Let's leave it at that.
Okay. Dogman, you wanted to say something on the comment section, I see.
Yes, please. Thank you so much. Touch, good evening, everyone. Good evening to you, Touch. Just to respond with regard to what you said, let's say, for example, there's the two people that go into the bank. The one guy's in a suit and he's got his Rolex and he wants a loan. Another guy's in his Levi jeans. He's also dressed nice, but not as nice as the other one. The bank manager will sit down. The guy with his Rolex and his black suit, let's say he wants 20,000 Rand. Manager will put on the computer and have a look at his bank records, if he's got any black points to his name, etc., etc. The other guy, it will be the same process, whatever. So let's say the one guy's got Eskom account. There's a bad mark next to his Eskom, a bad mark next to his MTN, his whatever, blah blah blah. And the other guy with his jeans and his nice shirt sits down there, goes onto the computer. They do the research of his other accounts. It's absolutely clean. The one with the clean account has got more of a chance getting the loan than the other guy that's dressed to the T with his beautiful or her beautiful clothing. My opinion. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. So Touch doesn't agree. You guys, Touch doesn't agree. We're gonna disagree to agree or agree to disagree. Okay. So guys, okay, we're gonna go to topic 3 because I think we're done with topic 2, and then we're gonna start with the group because we're gonna start Born to Move because I started at the bottom even though the two guys were not there. We're gonna start from up to down because I started from down to up before. So how can a woman's outfit just be an expression rather than an invitation? This is a question to men, and let me just mute my mic. Born to Move is gonna be you, blockchain, like that, until the grip at the end.
No, bro, this one for me is gonna be quick. If you feel comfortable to dress in the way that you want to dress as a woman, dress. But just know that they will address you according to how you are dressed. Thank you. And by the way, you're not inviting anything.
You're not answering the question. Is it an invitation when somebody? Oh, to
No,
you,
no,
it's
no.
not an
That's
invitation.
no. To me, it's not an invitation. No, no, no. It's not.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
Blockchain. I'm sure somebody will beg to differ on the panel. Hopefully.
Hey, look, there are times when it is an invitation. You know, there are times when the way somebody is dressed is an invitation. And, well, let me say, it's only now when ladies are bold enough to actually say, look, this is what I want, who are open, who can tell you, hey, I want to overcome, you know? And, like, ladies communicate in subtle ways most of the time. So, yeah, it can be an invitation. At the same time, it can't be, because sometimes ladies want to dress the way they want to dress, and who's going to like stop or have to read the way they are thinking? Sometimes the invitation may not even be for you, it may be for someone else. So all these things have to be taken into consideration,
Okay,
which
blockchain, you're
is why
breaking. Dogman, can you submit?
Okay, so my can't a woman's outfit just be an okay? So my opinion, it can be both. It can be an expression and it can be an invitation. It would depend entirely on what the outfit looks like, and yeah, that's what my point is on that. Thank you very much. I'm done with that.
Yeah, touch of gold and then the grip. Touch of gold.
Okay, I'm here. Can't a woman outfits just be an expression rather
Can.
than,
It's a typo. It's can.
sorry?
It's can. It's a typo. Can a woman?
Okay. Thanks for that. If a woman wants to express herself by dressing in a certain kind of way, there's no problem. Is it an invitation or is it an expression? I think women, when they dress up, they are the ones who know their intentions of why they dressed up like that. So there's no invitation for me there. I'll leave it at that.
The grip. Okay, the grip.
Yeah.
Yes, he's here. Okay.
Hey, touch, man. That was too quick. Still had a piece of meat in my mouth. Anyways, this one is very interesting. And just as when I was about to cover it yesterday, I think Mr. Ancient's battery died yesterday. And then I wasn't able to finish my point on this. So, I'm just going to give a very quick example. Let's say maybe a lady is going to the park, she's going for a walk in the beach, she's going to the mall, and then she's got her beautiful summer dress, floral, bright colors, straw hat, sandals. That's an expression, right? That is an expression. However, let's say a woman is going out with bum shorts on. Half of her buttocks are hanging out of her back, right? First things first, she can't see her buttocks. So she can't say she's going out like that because she likes the way she looks, so she's dressed like that. She can't see those buttocks. Other straight women can't see those buttocks either because they're straight. They're not attracted to those buttocks. The only people who will see those buttocks and like those buttocks and be attracted by those buttocks and give attention to those buttocks are the masculine. And the masculine are not doing that because they are so-called perverts. They're doing that because it's in their nature. There's a reward system in neuroscience is dopamine, and sexual experiences do have a certain level of dopamine that is received by the dopamine receptors. And that's only got to do with the fact that it's a thing of survival. The reason why you enjoy eating delicious food is because your mind convinces you that the food is delicious because you need the food to survive. If your mind didn't release dopamine when you eat food, you would literally starve to death with the plate right in front of you. That is why the brain has a reward system. And so men are attracted to women's physical features in the same way. Men don't wake up in the morning and decide, let me go and be attracted to women. It's something that happens naturally. Even a married man, if a woman with bum shorts at the mall with half of her booty sticking out walks past him and his wife, when he sees those buttocks, he will see, he will see that, but then he will look away because his motive and his intentions and his morals and his values and his principles and his commitments do not allow him to continue to pay attention to that specific display that is in front of him. So I'm not going to tell you whether it's an invitation or not. I think if you can read between the lines, if you throw a steak in front of the wolf pack, obviously the wolves are going to go for it. But it's not every single wolves. There are certain wolves that have eaten. There are certain wolves that are full that will not go for that piece of meat. But will they see the piece of meat? Yes. Will they smell the piece of meat? Yes. And then they will decide whether they go for that piece of meat. So different dress codes have different meanings. You know, certain ones are expressions, but as Dogman has rightfully stated, certain ones are both expressions and invitations, because an invitation in itself is an actual expression. So that's my thing. I'm not saying we must police women. I'm not saying women must dress like this, women must dress like that. Nope. It's up to the women how they want to dress. It's up to the women how they want to portray themselves. All I'm saying is that a piece of meat in front of the wolf pack is a piece of meat. It is then up to the wolves how the wolves will react to that. But to place a piece of meat in front of the wolves and expect the wolves not to salivate, that's going beyond the rules of nature by creating a fabricated sense of psychology to create a fabric of reality that is designed to bend the mind of individuals. I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but that is exactly how I see it. Women can dress however which way they want to, but if a piece of meat is in front of the wolf pack will be attracted to the piece of meat. I mean, the wolves will have to decide.
Okay, before we go to King for him to submit, now I have a question. If it's natural, the grip, if it's natural that when you see buttocks, you want to look or eat, I don't know if you, it's like throwing meat to a bunch of wolves, right? If it is you're just saying it's natural to men for them to want to.
Bangasifaki yabo lento ukuthi men no
No, I'm
no
If it's more than one,
You know what Chloe is
because
asking?
asidli
You
inyama
know what?
efanayo gents.
hang on, Flo. Okay, want to move. Want to move.
Grip no
Let me explain.
Don't get into that now. Not now.
Okay, hold
no.
up. Hold up, guys. Let me explain. The reason why the term men is accurate. I'll tell you why the reason why the term men is accurate.
No, Grip, hold on. You see, this is wait. Okay.
You can't be telling me wait, and I'm telling you let me finish. Pontu, listen, Pon. If it's more than one, it's many. If it's more than one man, it's men. You should have a problem with the term all men. When they say all men are like this, then you should stand up. But for as long as the term is men are like this, it means more than one. So there's nothing wrong with that statement. Flo, carry on.
Okay. Now I would like to think that when you say it's natural, it means it's all men. Yes or no?
Not all men. Not
So,
all men.
so
Remember,
it's not
certain.
natural.
Yeah, no. Remember, certain men are attracted to the opposite sex. Certain men
Oh,
are.
okay. Let's
So
talk
not all
about
men.
straight men then. All straight men.
Not all straight men.
Okay, then it's not natural, like a grip. We're gonna remove the natural part of it. I want to remove that thing, that natural.
Thank you. Thank you.
Clue,
No,
don't
no,
do
no.
that, Clue.
I think,
Don't do that.
can I?
Wait, I'm talking to Grip. I want him. He was the one who brought the question. I get over it. The
Toto, Clue,
submission.
what you're doing ain't right. We are naturally attracted to women. Gosh, it's a natural instinct. It's not
Roxanne, hang
something
on.
that we go and conjure up.
Roxanne, hang on. Thank you. Glow,
Yes.
all straight men, if they see a booty, something happens. And when that thing happens, each man decides to act on it, to continue to focus on it, to salivate over it, or to look away because it's not their cup of tea. But you cannot make a decision on something unless if it has grabbed your attention. It is not every woman that walks past you that you have to sit and think, is this my kind of one? Would I smash this? But I'm telling you now, every straight man, every single buttocks that you see, you as a man, you will think to yourself, hey, would I smash this one or not? Why? Because the buttocks are there. But you don't do that with every single woman. So yes, it's natural. If half of her butt is hanging out, then the first thing you're going to ask yourself as a man when you see it is, would I smash this or not? But you don't do that with every woman that walks past you and you don't see their buttocks. That part of it is natural. And the second part of it is natural. So it is natural for it to grab your attention, but it is not natural for every man to act on it. That's why I made an example with the wolf pack. To say if you throw a piece of meat in front of the wolves, it's not every wolf that's going to go for it. It's the hungry wolves that feel like, no, we have to eat this. Some wolves will be some wolves will be full. Some wolves will take it and store it away. Not all the wolves will act the same way in the pack, but it will grab the attention of every wolf in the pack. That's what I'm trying to explain. And if you look at her and you're like, nah, she's not my type, understand that you have to look long enough to decide, which means she grabbed your attention, which is not something you do with every woman you come across. So yes, it's natural for a woman who is half naked to grab the attention of every man who is straight.
Okay.
Can
My
I ask you a question, Clue?
my question had context. I wanted to go somewhere with this question. And
Can I say something,
What's your
please?
question?
Can I
okay,
say something, please?
yes, you will say something. Let me just finish this point.
Okay, ma'am.
I was going somewhere with this question. I was saying, Ngori, if as a black race on the panel, all of us, we know our history. We were basically walking around naked, right? If it's natural to see buttocks, why is it that have an act on it? Why is it that before the white men came and not even the white before we started wearing clothes, like before we started wearing covering clothes, we were walking around naked basically 80% of the tribes. But if it's natural, why is it that men back then were just looking at it as like, okay, it's just people walking around naked?
That's a very good question. Number one, let me just clarify. Whichever tribe you look to, and however many years you go back in the history of Africa, you'll never find us naked. Yes, maybe the primitive way, maybe. But history, as far as I'll call it civilization, not Western civilization, African civilization, you will not find a tribe that is naked. I mean, if you look at the Egyptians, which have a history that predates so many years, even if you look at the hieroglyphics, they are dressed up. If you look at the pharaohs, if you look at the slaves, they were dressed up. And if you look at the Xhosas, they are dressed up. You look at the Zulus, they are dressed up. if you all of these tribes that you look at, well, you must remember that the reason why we are able to differentiate between and amongst the different tribes in Africa, the first thing is always the dress code. So the fact that the dress code in itself is used as a sign, a signal that differentiates between the tribes, that is proof that we haven't been naked for a very, very long time. However, in the Zulu tribe, you will find that certain women will walk around with half of their butt cheeks out and their breasts sticking out. There is a certain group of people amongst the Zulus, and that is called Amatiti, the virgins, women who have not slept with a man. And so those women were paraded for their virginity and praise because they knew that those women were less likely to be targeted and then to engage in sexual intercourse, because that act in itself is based and built on the value of her virginity. So that's not an invitation. And if you go very, very deep into African history, you're not going to see those butt cheeks. Even if you look at the Khoisans here in South Africa, you don't see those butt cheeks. You go to Ethiopia, you don't see those butt cheeks. You go up to Egypt, you don't see those butt cheeks. We've always been dressed. In fact, we are the people who came up with fabrics. And that is how Italy was civilized. It was through the Silk Bridge, when the Moors were traveling in those beautiful silk robes with their turbans and their ships, going up to Europe and civilizing Europe and giving them garments so they can wear. So garments in themselves, even fabrics and hemp, is not something that came from the European. It's always been ours. We've always been about dress code.
No, I hear you, Grape. Kanti guys, when you say King, you'll talk. I'm not even submitting, I'm not even asking a question. I just want to say this. When you say a shot with butt cheeks, what exactly do you guys mean? But let's let King submit, it's fine. Because
No,
are you talking about like the little piece that pops out at the bottom? Is that what you
yeah,
mean?
the nice one with the little stretch marks.
Okay, but okay.
Yeah,
King, you can
I want to
submit.
say, yeah, I want to say something. I might look very, but my problem is people that says that don't judge a book by the cover. Personally, I will judge you, my sister. I will judge you like never before because I'm not God. It is only God that will not judge me. I will judge you because I cannot understand how people will wear rag and call it dress, or you exposing your nyash to the public, exposing your your big ass bum to the public. For what? What are you trying to what are you exposing? Are you getting me? My mother will always tell me that it is not expensive to dress well. It is not expensive to dress well. And let me tell you, women think that them dressing the way, you can dress the way you want, but don't expect me to accept you the way you want. Because you cannot carry that black nyash and be roaming about, and at the end of the day, you now come and tell me that all things have passed away.
You're a colorist.
All things have
Are you a colorist?
wait now. All things have passed away, because women will say that my past is my past, and you have your nyash on the internet woven around social media. Then when they show you, you now say, that was 2019. My sister, that 2019 will affect you in 2025. Why? Because a woman's past is a man's future. A woman's past is a man's future. So when women say that the video that I saw when you were twerking on top one guy's gola, now we are in 2025 now, you now come and tell me that that is my past. My sister, I will not take it from you. I will not take it. And as a man, a woman's reputation can a woman's past can damage a man's reputation. The way a woman that have lived her life can damage a man's reputation. So if you have lived your life the way you want, don't expect me to start accepting you. Now, knowledge, they say it is power. We are not in the century of 918 whatever or whatever 100 that you see people, even as of that time, we were not dressing naked, or at least we were using leave. Our local government were not showing the down part were not showing. At least, even if our body is kind of exposed, but the down parts were not showing. So imagine that we are still in that same realm now. Some people eyes are open, or the women's eyes are open. Now you see a president addressing the crowd, and the women are there. What do you think the women will be looking at? They'll be looking at, oh man, this our president has it too. He has it too. So you feel that you see that we have actually lived beyond that part now. We are now in the 21st century. Knowledge has been increased. People are now thinking outside the box. People are now inventing things. We are not in the realm of that time where we use spare. People now, the fastest way to say you want to do whatever you want to do now, we now have other means to say somebody can think. I say, let's create atomic bomb. I'm tired of seeing this person. Let me just create atomic bomb, and person will just create it. Why? It is knowledge. You being able to think outside the box, that is knowledge for you. So if you as a woman, you are dressing the way you want, don't expect me. And if I see you with my brother, I will tell my brother that this person is a no for me. But if you decide to say it is what you want, I will say no problem, you can go.
Okay, King, let me ask you. It's in the middle of if it's in the middle of summer and I'm showing my black nyash, is that a problem?
If you are showing your black nyash
It's in
and
the
your
middle
black
of
nyash
it's
is
in the
on the
middle of summer.
no, it is not a problem. It is not a problem to you. It is not a see. Even in summer, there's a way people dress. People dress very well in the middle of summer.
But that's what they sell in the store for summer.
You are not the person that is dressing, exposing your black nyash for in the public to see. Are you not seeing other people that are in the middle of summer that are still dressing well? So
But why are you
must you
saying black?
expose it?
Why are you saying black? Are you a colorist? Anyway, that's my point with this judgmental thing is that when it comes to seasons, nobody's walking around with the wait,
No,
wait,
the thing I've not finished. I was attending to somebody before. Oh, sorry, I was attending to
wait.
somebody.
Let me
But
finish this. Let me finish this point. My point with the judgmental thing is that we have seasons, and nobody's walking around with their butt out in winter. We are all dressed up. We are all, dressed down. I don't even know. Like we are all clothed. Like we are all wearing warm clothes. Nobody's walking around with their nyash out. Then comes summer. I'm no longer looking at the part of the closet where there are jackets and tracksuits or whatever. I'm looking at the part of the wardrobe where there is summer clothes. And now, according to King, because it's summer, I'm not supposed to wear summer clothes. That's my point. Like we live in the 21st century. There are season clothes for every season.
I'm saying that, for example, now we know even in winter, we know how people dress. Are you getting me? But whatever way that you want to dress, that is good to you. It is okay for you. Even if you wear your pants and start walking around, there's no problem. Even if you decide to go naked in your family meeting, there's no problem. But don't near my brother. If I catch you near my brother, I will tell my brother. Unless you will bribe me. And even if you bribe me, I will take the money, but I will still tell my brother that your black nyash is all over the internet. Are you getting me? And that is why till today you find out that some people, they agree that don't judge a book by the cover. For example, you see a guy, you are not an artist. As a guy, you are not an artist. You are just a casual person. Then the way you design your body with tattoo. Now imagine that you are not in an environment that is hostile, and they said somebody took somebody's phone, and you are around that premises, and before you know, they'll be pointing at you, but they'll be looking at you somehow. So the truth is this: Dress very well. It is not expensive to dress very well. Even if you have one cloth and that cloth is presentable, iron it very well. If you want to starch it, look nice on it, and move your way. You are not in competition with anybody.
Okay.
But don't carry your whatever. And now, even the people that want to concentrate, not just that, you people are causing a lot of problem, and the world is not talking about it. The people that want to concentrate to say, okay, I don't want to sin against God, I want to make this heaven. Now you now carry that thing now and pass in front of them. And you know that once you pass in front of them, you are going to create some kind of tension. What are you people doing, Seth? Eh? Please, you people should do something about it.
The king, may I ask you something?
No, wait. Touch of class. I said for us not to talk over each other. You need to raise your hand in the comment section if you wanna talk.
Okay, so
There's already somebody who raised their hand. I think it was who was it?
It's me.
Okay.
Glow. Out of topic quickly, just from what King said, you know what we post on social media, we don't actually realize that it can harm our future. I know it's out of topic, but he's correct by saying that, because if you can remember, there was a lady who was taking part in Miss, I think it was Miss South Africa, if I remember, if my memory serves me right. She made a post, a racial post. Okay, it's not about her clothing this time. She made a racial post a couple years back. And when she was, I think, on top 4 or top 3, I can't remember, they found out that she said something about the other color, I won't mention. She was chucked out. So what he's saying about posting you doing certain things to a point, he's correct. Other things I'm not submitting on those other things. I'm just saying this one, that we need to be careful. Actually, this goes both men and women, what we post on the internet. Because lately, some companies, when they hire you, they will ask for your social handles. And they'll go and check, what are you posting and what are you saying? Thank you.
I agree with you in the token sense, but in the clothing wise, are they going to not hire me because I'm posting with the bikini? But okay,
Bikini on a holiday. If it depends also what kind of job you're applying for. But I'm gonna be honest with you. They check. I don't know what scrutiny they do, but they do check. Just so you know.
But then
let me add to what he said. Now, do you know that some country? Let me add to what he's saying now. Now, some countries, I will use example of the United States. The immigration has a law. The immigration can go through your phone. Let me tell you, they can go through your social media platform to see the things that you are posting. Are you getting me?
No,
Now,
but that's for
if they
security
go through,
purposes.
if they go through,
No,
see
but
the
that's for
immigrant
security
when it comes to
purposes. That's for security, but
now
not because of how
security
you're
purposes.
dressed. It's not for how
No,
you're
they can
dressed.
still look. It is the discretion of the immigration officer to, after seeing those things that you are posting on social media, to see if they will allow you enter the country or not. If you're a bad influence, or they'll just allow you and enter. So your lifestyle can actually damage your reputation, whether on social media or outside social media. The things you think that you posted 2019, your sin can find you out in 2025. And when they find you out, your sins are not forgiven. You may tell the company that it is my past. The company is not looking at the past. The company is looking at people that have good record.
Guys, let's focus on the topic. Companies hiring people because they made content. Let's just focus on the topic. We've got 66 minutes left now. So let us submit on the questions and then discuss the content of the context within the concept. And not digress to what this other person posted and with all due respect. Let's just submit and stay on the topic.
Yes. Where were we? The group. Where were we? Can't women? Did all of you submit to the topic that we were talking about? The even me, I'm lost because of the conversation. Where were we, guys?
I have not submit.
I wanted to ask the king something, if I may.
Go ahead. I'm still trying to figure out.
Okay, Mr. King said, I just want to understand this. Is there any difference if a woman is showing off a black nyash?
Don't please refrain from using the word black, please.
Okay, sorry. A BLK
No,
nyash.
I'm saying don't use the word black. Either like don't you say black. What's with the black nyash? I don't get that.
Just say Nyash, Touch.
That would okay.
Yeah, because you want to ask about the Nyash. It doesn't matter the color of the Nyash.
Right. Thank you.
It can be pink
But
or orange.
what he had said in his submission is everything to do with color. That's what I wanted to find out.
But what's the point of that? Of the color? I want to ask now. What's the point of the color?
That's what I wanted to find out.
Yeah,
Okay, what's the point of the color?
let me answer him. Now let me answer him. He asked a question. Now, what I mean by what I say concerning black nyash is that, a lot of these our African people, we always want to copy things that we see in the westernized country. Are you getting me? Now we want to copy everything. At the end of copying everything, we lost our morals, how we live our lives. The kind of life we live. This is not the type of life that we live. Even back in the days, even in the village, all of us house a village, and you find out that somebody can ask you, who is your father? And you tell the person that just you, by calling the name of your father, everybody know your father to be this man. Are you the daughter of Susu and Susu? And they said yes. And you see how people talk good about your father, and to the extent that your father's reputation, for the fact that he has kept a good reputation, it can actually help you as a person in future by just seeing your surname and somebody knowing that this is where you're actually coming from. Now, what I'm saying is that irrespective of the kind of background that we are coming from, we should actually stick to our proper way, our morals, because a lot of us have lost our morals, and because we have lost our morals, the culture in which we are being born in is gradually fading. So what I mean by blackness, I don't mean to use the word blackness, I just try to be funny. Whether you are the other colored or black, dressing modest is the key. Regardless if you are not a saint or if you're a saint, because it tells a lot of personality about you. Because the reflection of the kind of person you are today, you can actually be your children is going to reflect the kind of life that you have lived, and they also copy the kind of life that you have lived. So if today you have kids and your kids is behaving like you, the people will always say that it is the way the mother, because they always say the mother, not the father. It is the way the mother is living, and that's the reason why the child or the girl's child is behaving like that. So reputation of a woman matters a lot. Your reputation can even a man that is not on social media, and when you find out that he's getting married to somebody that have a lot of wrong in the past, man, you start thinking about, you mean this person I'm getting married to have lived a kind of life that is not pleasant. But then if you advise her, then she will tell you that it is my life, you cannot tell me how I will live my life. But you find out that today the reality now is that your sins are not forgiven. And you start looking for who not to judge you by your past. So the past affects the present. Without the past, there's no present. The past and the future, they move together. Thank you.
Okay. Blockchain. You had your hand raised in the comment section.
Yeah, Yazi, look, in the moral world, in the world that you live in, the king, in the moral world, in the world where everybody has this respect, which I don't really value, which I don't really see its worth because of the corruptions that have gone on, even with that kind of respect. Ishman, it saddens me to say Ishman. Like, look, Mina, to tell you the truth, I appreciate ladies who show off their behinds online. Look, everybody deserves marriage, everybody deserves a happy ever after. It's just that you just have to be alongside the people who understand you. And this is what it's all about. Be alongside the people who hear you, people who, when they see you, they understand your expressions. You know, that's all it's about. You can't go after a man who wants you to cover up after you're somebody who is always comfortable in your skin. You can't go for a woman who wants you to always cover up if you're somebody who's always comfortable in your skin. The dynamics of men, of the mentalities we have in this day and age are very different, and we need to consider the way everybody else thinks and how everybody else feels. Look, if you're going to go and work for a boss who always wants you to always cover up, become that person. Delete all your nyashes online. Delete all that kind of stuff. If you want to cross over to a border that wants you to always be covered up and be like a Muslim lady, by all means, change the way you behave and live along their principles. You know, if you are a person who is liberal, go to the States. Go to spaces where people will appreciate you. Don't go to spaces where people won't appreciate you. You want to get married, find a man who understands. I always make an example about Coco and Ice. Coco is a porn star from long back. I'm sure even my fathers know her. But she's married to a previous rap star. His name is Ice. He used to sing that Ice, Ice, Baby, Ice, Ice song. And they are married and they're happily married. All I'm just saying is be with the people who will understand you. Be with the economy that will understand you. Be with the attention that will appreciate you. That's all I'm saying. If being a person who can see these things irritates you, King, I am sorry. In fact, I shouldn't even be sorry about it. It's actually the truth. It will liberate you.
Says Kanya, you are here. Submit. You're the only one who didn't submit to topic 3. We are there.
No, I mean, I realize that my views, Jamie, personally, again, I mean, I'll still be there on saying, Guti, why is it a must that I will, I'm with blockchain to say, be with the people that are comfortable with that as well and who will appreciate that, because why is it a must for you to go to, let's say, a place with more conservative people? Why is it a must to show your skin like that? What part? I need to understand the explicit need to dress in a raunchy manner. And I'm not saying people must be shot down or their creativity should be killed or whatever. I just want to know, why is it a must for you to reveal certain parts of your body unnecessarily?
Mara, what do you think about the point King made that if you're dating his brother and he knows you from somewhere, he can automatically like have your relationship end because he knows whatever he knows, or he's judging
I
you from
believe
his
that
side?
is true, Chloe. And and as much as we want to be liberated and all of that stuff, even if I'm a woman, Mina, as a woman, there's a certain type of woman I wouldn't be happy seeing my brother dating. There's a certain type of woman I wouldn't be happy seeing my son dating as a woman. So why must I now act like this? Behaving a certain way is okay when I know for a fact that this girl who I saw on OnlyFans dating my brother, I don't want to lie, I will lose it. I'll be losing my shit to say, hey, bro, your girl, is that your girl for real? I probably won't snitch, but deep down inside, I'll be freaking out.
Okay, so now we are saying, Gore, we are now going to you as a sister to your brother, right? You are going to have his relationship. Okay, you said you're not gonna snitch. Kanya is not the snitching type, but you're burning inside. It's
Yeah, I
fine.
know you're gonna find out on your own, Shem. I'll just be there like, hey, bro.
No matter what, if he's happy and he's telling you, Gore, isn't that like a bad thing where people just come to you and be like, you know the person, you know your person.
Here's what, Clone. If you are happy, it's fine, ne? But here's the thing, ne? Mina, I would rather you be happy with somebody that you truly know. He mustn't now suddenly think that he's got this well-rounded church woman all of a sudden. Whereas Mina, I know Guti, me and this girl, we were twerking on tables together just the other day, and my brother shouts at me every day for twerking. And then now he wants to, now that he found this woman, he's thinking he's got this church woman. But this woman has quite the explicit past. Do you know there's having a past? Yeah, but I wouldn't go into the body count issue, but in terms of, when you're talking about things that you show to the public, the way you present yourself into the public, I wouldn't be comfortable with my brother dating somebody or being with somebody that doesn't care, that or at some point you didn't care how you present yourself into the public, because that means you won't even care about our family name. When now you don't care basically, which is beautiful and fine, but Tina, in this family we care.
Okay, understood. Oh God, I'm trying to stand up.
You see, now you see that it is good. Now, even me myself, even if you have a sister or a brother, and you know that yes, this is like this is your this is your blood for that matter, and it is your duty as an elder, or maybe an elder, or your senior, or maybe is your junior, to guide the person that look, are you sure? Because sometimes somebody can be manipulated to say, don't allow, he's my past, he loves me, whatever things that they start feeling in the guy's mind. So it is your duty as a person to look out for your brother. And that is why some of the past that you think that will not hurt you, you may think that nobody know, but you find out that 2025, the day you say I want to get married, somebody will just send that video that you were busy twerking in the club. They'll just send it to your husband, and that time your village wizard, your village juju will just attack you. Will just send that kind of video where you were twerking. Now imagine your husband saying what you were doing before. How do you think your husband will look at you in the first place? No, you don't want an innocent man to start. No, now your reputation, even if from your father, from your mother, bad reputation can destroy you. So it is better. I'm not saying that you cannot dress the way you want to. You can dress the way you want. Don't expect me to accept you, because the life you choose, you actually choose it for yourself. You actually want to live that life. You don't want anybody to tell you this is how to dress. My mother would tell me, like I said before, it is not expensive to dress well. It has never been expensive to dress well. So if you can dress very expensive and still look like somebody is not dressing well, and you may not have that enough money to buy expensive things, but the one that you have, you can dress well. Are you getting me? Because I've never seen those billionaires dressing anyhow. They dress very well, irregardless if they are bad or not, but they dress very well. So dress how you want people to address you, regardless if you're a good person or if you're a bad person. That's just it.
So I'm seeing here in the comment section, it's a thing. Kaylee Gordon, I wish you could join the panel. But there's this question of would you do you think it's, I will deviate from the point a little bit. Do you think it's your place to tell your friend or your brother or whatever that their partner is cheating on them?
Oh, yes.
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 Yes, it's your place.
Yes, it's your place because now, if this person happens to get infected for whatever reason, I'm the one who's gonna have to start warming up
But
bananas.
where was I when you guys were busy asking each other out? Where
What
were
am-
you when these people were asking each other out?
Okay, the fact that I went on to become introduced is the point. That is I got introduced. When I got introduced, it means to me that is somebody that my friend or my brother took seriously enough to bring them closer to his circle of life. That being his friends, that being his family. And his circle of life has certain responsibilities when it comes to him as an individual. And that includes sometimes being able to see things that he otherwise would not see. And if I do see my friend or my brother or whoever, I will let him know. First thing, no doubt Kanya would snitch. Straight up.
Okay, fine, letting them know. But what if you feel that you do not have the tools to let this person know in the correct manner? Is it not best to just not say anything?
There's no correct manner. I will tell him, bro, Kanye is cheating. She's cheating with ancients. I saw them do this and that and the next thing. I'll leave it there. Then he's gonna decide how he interprets that, what it means for him, or who he asks, what. I don't have to package it. I just need to deliver it.
But what if you feel like telling that other party is gonna cause more harm than good? Or are you just gonna be reckless with information?
Yes, let harm be done.
I will.
Because the harm of letting them know is not greater than the harm of what's actually happening. And they are going to be destroyed even more when they find out that I knew.
Okay, but why would they find out that you knew? Because why would you be saying, I knew it?
Because maybe I'm gonna tell somebody else and not tell them because the story is burning me. And then in the end, when they find out and they ask and they maybe shade with that person, they'll be like, hey, bro, there's a grip once told me that Tante, how grip? You're going around my back, you're telling people this number, and you haven't told me. There's a lot of things that happen, Kanye. But to answer your question, I'll tell you, Ganam. I will tell you, Ganam. How you process it, how you digest it, it's not even what I would tell you. I've snitched so many times. I think I'm probably the most feared person when it comes to snitching.
Yo, guys, that snitching is your thing.
You know why? Because I was hurt now. Is it 2015? My soulmate
Bakwenzani, Grip, bakwenzani.
My soulmate cheated on me twice. Oh no. Isn't that what made me? That's what changed me from Ulan to the grip. Oh, the way I came back in the game.
What happened?
Yeah, this woman, we were both studying in tertiary. I was doing third year. I was doing third year. She was doing first year. And she started dating a bus driver from KZN Newlands. That for me now, I'm in the same province, different town. You know? She's studying social development. Then she decides to date this bus driver. I come back, mother of my child is cheating on me. Break up with her. 2 months later, she sits me down, begs. I said, fine, okay, fine, so fine.
Okay, so you forgave. The other day when I was saying men forgive cheating, you were one of the ones arguing with me saying they don't, but you did forgive cheating.
Yes, but I wasn't a man at that time. I was a very, very young boy. Listen to this.
You were still a man to somebody at that point. At that point in time.
But listen to the reason why I'm telling you I wasn't a man. My reason for telling you I wasn't a man. 2 months later, she cheated again. Wait for it. With the same guy. Yeah.
But then, guys, we all have our ups and downs in love. How
That
sometimes
was
I told you a person can cheat out of love for
that's
you.
Yabona Kanye at that point. That's when I changed from being Koran to becoming the group. I remember it was 2015.
So you let you let defeat rule you.
No, for 5 years. For 5 years. For 5 goddamn years. I told myself, you know what? I'm gonna knock it out the park. Best of the best, cream of the crop. I'm gonna let them know who I am and I'm gonna let them know what time. For 5 years flat. Until I met Shamia. Yeah, and then my relationship with Shamia was no.
The lady okwenzela ilizanya yejeqe.
Chekezanya. Chekezanya.
Ususwe jeqezanya.
Oh, that's Lelo, man.
God, just don't let my sister hear that that recipe, otherwise sibhalwe sinyile sonke.
Chekezanya.
Yeah, like ngiyahalela ukumxoxela mara ngiyazi ukuthi kusasa siyovuka singama victim sonke once ngamtshela yona.
Chekezanya was made on that evening. It didn't even make it past the breakfast, and I don't mean digested. It literally went like from
Let's
the
jeqezanya nomkakhe lo bhuti hey. Yebo.
Chekezanya.
Yes.
No, that wasn't it.
Oh,
Chekezanitsa
yeah.
because it has
Something.
pizza toppings.
Hmm?
Oh, we Chekezanitsa because it also had pizza toppings.
It also had pizza. So you guys went when it also has pizza toppings.
Chekezanitsa.
Okay. No, so back to this like thing. So when are you okay with would you be okay with your wife walking around in a liberated form?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Mara, why?
I'll tell you why. Kanye, I think you like questioning me because you know I bring the truth and you know it's all my experiences. I don't reference. Yabo Kanye ngitshele mina. Yabo thina sabafana Kanye. Oh siyathanda ukubuka izinqa. Oh. Izinqa Kanye. Whether it's flat, whether it's round, whether it's pear shape, whether it's with diamond shape, apple shape, siyathanda ukubuka izinqa. Yayizwa leyo nto. Siyathanda ukubuka izinqa. 1, 2, we will knock it out the park. We will knock it out the park. So it's not that we're saying to women must dress accordingly because asifuna ukuyibona izinqa. Siyafuna ukuyibona. But we're saying it because siyazazi thina ukuthi we have a way with words. And once you engage us and we have a way with words, we'll knock it out the park. We know that about us. So when we say ukuthi le ama-butt cheeks le ayekho, it's not because asifuna ukuyibona. Siyafuna, truthfully speaking. Especially, if it's got like that little bit of cellulite and those normal touch-ups, my stretch marks. Oh Lord, I feel like going to beg isandla like emakhaleni nami and took it away for a second. I feel like taking a deep breath. So, yabona njengoba siye sithi thina gqokani le ama-bum shots ayifuneki. It's because we know ourselves. We will knock it out the park. Easy.
Kodwa umhlangano lo ukuthi nawe kumele sigqoke ngoba sisaba sekumele sigqoke ngoba sisaba nini ukuthi nizosibuka
No. Hear me out, Kanye. We're not saying ukuthi gqokani ngoba nisaba ukuthi sizonibuka. No, sithi thina gqokani ngendlela enithanda ukugqoka ngayo. Kulungile. Gqokani ngendlela enithanda ukugqoka ngayo. Kodwa into esiyazi ukuthi siyathanda. We understand the part? Siyathanda kanye ukubuka izinto, siyathanda ukubuka izinto, and ngeke siyeke ukuyibuka izinto till the end of time sohlezi sibuka izinqa ngoba siyayithanda. So kukuyena umuntu ukuthi uyayiveza izinqa siyithathe noma uyayifisa.
Okay, you know, ngizibuza because I don't think it's necessarily about ukubukwa or whatever. It's about when as a person ukuthi wena uhlonipheka kanjani, because ma ungibuka wena, you're not respecting me. You're not respectful of me.
Ngizokubuka kanjani kukhona izinqa la. Phela ikanje lento khani. Ikanje, and I once had this conversation with my son. I think it was 2 or 3 weeks back. It was about something else. I'm not going to tell you what my son and I were talking about, but I'm just going to use that context.
Manje, why we want context? How?
I was deep, my son is in grade 8, so him and I very, very deep, very, very deep. Anyways, so I'm gonna ask you a question. Why is it that you never hear people complimenting a woman's shoulders? Oh my God, her shoulders, her shoulders, her shoulders. Like even if she's wearing a vest, nobody's gonna say, "Oh God, look at those shoulders."
Yeah, but then no. There's some women with gorgeous shoulders, guys. Let's not lie.
I'm talking about us tonight. I've never macked on a chick because she has nice shoulders. Ever in my life. Never. I never said, you see this one's shoulders, I just want her for her shoulders. Never. But I have smashed women that I wanted for the boobies. I've also smashed women that I wanted for the booties. I have. What's the kind of be honest, man. Whatever I do, whether I'm proud of it or whether I'm not proud of it, I share it as it is because somebody might learn a lesson. And somebody might have a common story as well. Oh, I have smashed women before because I like that they booties. Not what you ask me. Sometimes it's small. Sometimes this compact one that look like, like bowling balls.
So when are you for the plumpier side or nestrap or when utaqula konke nje wena?
Kuya ngokuthi ngiyithanda ile nto engitshela ngayo ukuthi phela mina nginama-fetish ami mina crazy, so usize uhambe kangayo ifetish yabo.
Ngiyokubuza ukuthi utaquza konke na, siyabuza.
Hayi konke, but nginaso style sami.
Esenze njani phela ngiyazibuzela la ngifuna ukubona ukuthi ngiyafitha kuleyo category noma kwenze njani.
Kade ngakubona akhona la uma khona eceleni kwemoto red ngabe ngabona
we Nkosi yami
ngathi yabo nje ukhanye
we Nkosi yami bangibona bakwenze njani Nkosi yami.
I think it was a post when I still had that old grip.
Oh yes, that's when I was still okay with posting myself, but now youngsters post.
Yes, to my
Type fantastic. Manje wife yenu uthini ngami?
nayo type yakhe nayo.
Okay. So singayenza something esingayi-organizer kahle.
Akekho namhlanje. But akekho namhlanje.
Ayiko ngikhulumela santanda uzukhuluma nangama-soulmate wakho. All right, guys. It seems like we're all having an early night to this evening. Hayi kodwa ngibona ngathi sesiqhubile live sesingaya nje ukuyolala nje akunandaba akunankinga ngokuthi siyolala manje ikhona.
Hayi angazi mama ayikho inkinga.
Yeah.
Intathu yefoni.
Angizwa?
Ngitholile intathu yefoni.
Angakayitholi kepha ngiyabona ukuthi kothatha isikhathi ukuze ngifike lapha engifuna ukufika khona. Ngifuna ukuthi uthi drop location ngizokulanda.
Hayi wena ngathi useGoli nje.
Then you're not willing ke. You must be willing to come. Whether do you know people travel for Orlando? People travel for the people. Hey. Hey, people travel for this item. People find themselves in the most precarious situations just because of igqe.
Hayi
Uthola ukuthi azafe umuntu afele emanyaleni umuntu.
hayi kwenzeka khona qinisile kwenzeka khona qinisile.
So who you sitting next to that's giggling? That sounds like a woman.
Nobody's giggling next to me. Cabanga ngihleli ngedwa.
No, athi khona a woman that's giggling next to you lapho.
Hayi mina bona ngitshele nje.
Ekuthiwa low value men travel. Guys, kanti le value yabantu, i-value, high value, low value. Mina guys, I'm sorry, like I don't subscribe to this low and high value stuff, eh?
Yini leyo abayishoyo labantu. Hlezi ishintshe itayela la. Kodwa manje ikhakhe liyafana.
Yeah, but I can tell, okay, weak men, this. But low value, high value, like yini le value esixoxa ngayo.
Mina angazi mina ukuthi yini angazi ukuthi yini value. Low value ne high value angazi. Kodwa into engayisho ke mina ke into engayisho ke khanya into engayisho nje mina izukuthi yabo samadoda khanya siyathanda ukubuya izingqutshele mina. Unganaki la kubuye kungene la abantu uthola ukuthi manje i-psychology sibangena emakhanda kuduma i-psychology yonke into bayi-psychology uthola ukuthi mase kuqhamuka izinqa lapha phambi kwakho useyithule futhi nayo seyangingisa. So ungabanaki kakhulu labantu laba abahlezi especially when it comes to the topic leyo ukuthi abantu besifazane baqoka kanjani. Abanaki kakhulu labafana laba bazothi hayi amantombazane amaqonti abayifunayo stop policing women. No, bantu
No,
labo.
mina Shemarwana, like I don't police women, I police myself because at the end of the day, indlela engifuna ukubukeka ngayo emphakathini ngiyayicabanga mina ukuthi mangiphuma la ekhaya, going out, stepping out, what impression am I gonna make if I'm wearing this to this place? Unless if I'm just going to the store, going to buy something and coming back quickly. But honestly speaking, I do pay attention to things like what impression am I gonna make mangizophuma ngiye endaweni ethizeni ngigqoke ngale ndlela etheni. You understand? So, and by that, it's not like every single time I put thought into it, no. But that's now my general wardrobe will not be a wardrobe that will leave me uncomfortable with how people look at me or whatever.
Qinisile. Hayi njalo ngempela. Enjalo. Kodwa ke
Kuyafana kuyakhalwa nange-body shaming nani. But the thing is, it's not necessarily about showing skin. It's about wearing what is flattering to you as a person. I can't now ngigqoke a certain way then mina sengizoxabana nomhlaba wonke ngokuthi yabona once wazithola soxabana nomhlaba wonke, that's the kunenkinga.
if everybody's crazy, you're the one that's insane.
Mina the thing that kills me ne is ukuthi if wena sekumele uxabane nabantu ukuthi bayakushame bakwenzani, when do we do self introspection? Siyathanda ukukhuluma nge-accountability, but we don't wanna when that mirror is faced back at us as sathandi bangathi angazi siyahlukumezeka emhlabeni, whereas but accountability goes both ways. It's not just a one-way street. Fair enough, that guy wrong for ukukubuka ngaleyo ndlela, but wena uthini ngawe wena if you are making yourself a subject to that low quality, I will use the word, for lack of a better word, I will say ke leyo low value man.
Hayi ke imakhanya siyilungisele. So
you don't want the attention of a certain kind of person, yet you dress for their attention, and then uzofuna ukubuya uba ngumsindo ngokuthi people need to check themselves. But have you checked yourself wena self qala?
Into engichazayo ngoba phela lezi ngqa lezi oyivezile yizona lezi siyifunayo. So uma usuyivezile wena mase siyibuka so wenza kanjani singayibuki lezi ngqa ngoba phela kuyazi ukuthi siyayifuna Nkosi yami njengoba sivuka njalo ekseni siye emsebenzini.
But wena kumele uzibambe though noma uzibona as an individual umuntu bani wena ongayiwo.
Imali mina ungasho ukuthi angizibambe ngoba vele nginayo commitment. Lo onganayo
Mama kancane athi ngincede umfana wami something 2 minutes 2 seconds. Yes, you want to, okay, wait, you want me to plug in what? Cause it's too late. You take it down all the time, Jenna. Yeah, it's a lot, boy. I can't reach a lot of things. Yeah. Hello.
Yebo, yes. Enye into ade ngithi ngifuna ukuyichaza la yileyo ukuthi lezi zinto lezi sivuka ekuseni sihambe siyosebenza sisonke sithenge imizi Rapture la nge-credit score yethu yokugcina ngoba sifuna lezi zinto lezi manje masiveza wena
Kodwa usungazi uyothenga i-Rapture ngoba ufuna ngenxa yokuthanda inasika.
kuyenzeka khanye nawe uyakwazi kuyenzeka nawe uyakwazi ukuthi kuyenzeka
Awuyithenga ngenxa yokuthi wena uyayithanda, so uyithandela ukuthi wena nje ufuna ukuthi ushibila uyahluleka ukushela kahle.
kuyenzeka yabona nje khanye ngitshele nje kuyenzeka enye into futhi efanele siyikhumbuze ukuthi thina
Night, boyfriend. Good night. Love you. Give
enye into efanele sibe siyikhumbule ukuthi ngizobona ukuthi i-DNA iyadluliseleka kuma-generation. So thina vele siphuma emakhehleni ade equnywa amakhosikazi awu-7, 8, 9, 10 wives, 7, 8, 9, 10 wives. Uthole ukuthi indoda iney'ngane 20, 15, 25, 20.
Suwenzani ngoba usazwa kanjani?
Good
No,
evening,
While
good
we
people.
are here, let's welcome Dinewo to the panel. Hi, Dinewo.
Hi. It's been a while since I've been here. I'd been banned for a bit from another live, so
The energy, oh my, okay. I'm so happy to hear you this energetic and you're coming through with the fire tonight.
right. I must come with the sauce.
Yes. Bring it, baby.
Sauce.
Bring it, my love. Bring it.
I came in the middle of a conversation. I do not want to interrupt.
No, we've just been like we've been talking about anything and everything while we're waiting for people to join us and give us their views. It's a conversation for all, not just between two people.
Okay.
Yeah, the group is my long
Talking about the
distance
topic at
lover.
hand,
The
or
group
or
is my
what?
long distance lover, so yeah.
Long distance lover. Who has the grip here, you or him?
Well, must we explain?
You must explain to us. You say it's long distance lover, Pelo, so what am I supposed to think?
one is internal and the other is external. I've got
So how do you grip externally?
Well, I have him, right? So meaning I have the grip because he's my person. He's the grip, and I
So
have,
you,
meaning
so
I
you are the
also
grip,
have the
and he's
grip.
just there.
Meaning I automatically have the grip.
Okay. Mr. Ancient, are you well?
Yes. Oh, okay. All right. Good night.
I'm going to comment on the topic at hand here on the board. I'm going to make my submission. Don't mind the crunching. I'm eating popcorn.
Go for it, girl. You know, we're at home. We're not in a professional settings, thank God.
Can we, for the first one, I think we can judge people by how they dress depending on like the context of where you are. Like if you're going to a formal event and you're dressed like a para, we're going to judge you.
Yeah.
'Cause
Expansion.
why are you coming to the Great Gatsby dressed like a parasite? Dressed like someone who's a little bit woozy on the powder or something like that, you know? Like, let's be for real.
Your style.
Maybe it's your style, but like to some degree, you know, to some degree, if you're not hosting the event or whatnot, like sometimes, like, sure, you can be different, but if you look and smell like a para, what are we gonna say? You know? But I don't think we should like judge a book by its cover, because like some people they can be like really, really educated and choose to do construction jobs just because they want to do construction jobs. So they're gonna be dirty and everything. You know, you find this person has a whole doctorate somewhere and they're just dirty from the job that they chose to do.
you know? So we can't really judge people based off of such things. You see. Um how much does an outfit say about a personality or character of a person? That really depends. That really depends on some people. I would say that some people use clothes to express themselves. So, to some degree, I would say maybe like 40% of the time, it just shows the character of that person because they are choosing to dress. So, but if they're just dressed like generic and whatnot, you don't see them like dressed a little bit out of a little bit out of what you normally see them. It doesn't really describe the character. Like someone could be like wearing like plain Jane teacher's clothes and whatnot, but be like the craziest person. You know, come Friday, that person is wilding. That person is doing things there in the club. You'd be like, Auntie, this person, like Abo Mama, your uncles or whatnot, you know, they dress all nice and everything. But the moment the Hennessy hits and the kids have gone to sleep, they are doing things there. They are doing the splits. They are jumping on tables. So we can't really say an outfit says a lot about a person's character or personality unless you're gonna
I
like.
would beg to differ, but yes, continue.
I mean, like, let's be honest. Those ones that dress modestly, like, it's for some people that dress really modestly. They will come here with the whole purity game and everything, behind closed doors.
But what do I have? What like here's the thing. This is why I beg to differ, right? Is because what I'm doing behind closed doors is what I'm doing behind closed doors. Nah. It can. It's what I'm doing. It's not how I. I'm not trying to go out there and represent what I'm doing behind closed doors. If I'm into orgies and whatnot, that's my private and personal thing. But now that's got nothing to do with my character. That's got nothing to do with my personality. But how I want to be perceived is a different story altogether.
That's what I'm saying. Like, someone can be dressed really
If you
colorful
don't
and they
care
have a very colorful
about
personality.
how you are perceived, that already on its own is a certain. Yes, there's an echo of feedback that I'm hearing from what's this.
Sorry, it's probably me. Let me mute.
Oh, okay. No, but I was saying that for me, it's more like how you going to dress up in public and all of that stuff. It does say a lot about who you are, really. It does. And it's not necessarily, the thing is, we automatically think it says slut, it says decent. No. Sometimes the effort that you put into your outfit, for example, let's say when you are the type of person that will coordinate colors, that says a lot about you as an individual. It might not say what we wanted to say or what we think it says, but it does let us into the kind of person you are in a certain part of you. It does let us into a certain part of who you are. So we might say that it has nothing to do with it, but it does say who you are to a certain degree, because you can be a person who doesn't care about their outer appearance, and it will show that you don't care. So, and you can be a person that cares, that's well coordinated, that's meticulous. It will show in how you are dressed and what you are wearing and the way in which you are presenting what you are wearing. Because you and me can be in the exact same dress, right? But it won't, that one dress won't say the same thing about you or me. Because we won't wear it the same, and we won't look the same in it, we won't wear it the same. So it does, to a certain degree, say something about you. Whether we like it or not,
I
it
said,
does.
like, maybe like 40% of the time it does say something about you, how you choose to dress. But other people, they will dress one way and be the complete opposite of what they dress like. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't really have anything to do with your personality. If you're dressing to show your personality, that's a different thing. Like me, I like colors and everything. I'm a very colorful person as it is. I will dress according to what I like because that's just my self-expression. You see?
Yeah, but I get it's true to a certain degree what you're saying. You would say I'm bipolar with my dressings.
You see? Sometimes I look like a hobo. Sometimes I look like an alien. Other times I'm just there. So, you know, Can't a woman's outfit just be an expression rather than an invitation? You know what? Unfortunately, in this misogynistic patriarchal society, women's dressing is seen as an invitation when really we just feeling ourselves, and men are just like, yeah, it is time. This one is inviting me and all that. It should really just be that they're really just there to like it's a form of expression. They just felt good in themselves. They felt good in their skin, so they decided to show some skin. And now someone is using that as an invitation, which is rather disgusting in my opinion.
Yeah, that is disgusting. But I'm grateful.
Unless you're at home trying to purposefully do that for your husband or your partner. There's no reason for random men to just be thinking that it's an invitation, because no.
I don't know you, sir. But I've got a question though. When it comes to us saying expressing ourselves through outfits and then turning around and saying we don't care what people think, I feel like that's a bit of a contradiction, because what do you mean you're expressing yourself through your dress? Who are you expressing yourself to? Because an expression to me, I would like to assume is an external thing. It's not an internal thing, right? So who are you expressing yourself to? If you want to come back and say, I wasn't doing it for you, then for who?
Expression is an internal thing because art is for the artist, not those that look at the art. Those, like people can look at a painting. The painter decided to express themselves in a certain way and they painted it a certain way. Other times they're doing it just purely because they needed to let something out. They're not trying to get people to look at it, but it happens so that they'll be like, okay, I'll show people what I did and how I expressed myself, but they're not necessarily going to care what these people think. It's the same thing with outfits. It's like I felt good dressing in a certain way. Whenever I look at myself, I feel so good about the work that I have done here. I've created a piece of art. It can be with outfits, it can be with makeup, no matter how strange it looks. I have done this as a way of loving myself and expressing myself. People are just going to happen to be there outside because people are outside and they're going to see it. Anyone that has negative comment, like in my mind, I already have made my own like comments about myself and whatnot. I am so in love with this thing, and then someone is going to say whether they like it or not. That's not up to me. That's not my responsibility. I don't care. I don't care what they think.
I have a question, Danielle, and I remember I understand what you're saying. So I'm just gonna go back. I think exactly 5 points. 5 points back, you mentioned that sometimes you can see and you can feel that you've got beautiful skin, and then you want to go out and because you've got self-love and self-confidence and you feel good with it. Now, my question is, if you can see that your skin is beautiful and you step out into the public and this man sees your beautiful thighs and he stares at your beautiful thighs, do you not think he's staring at them because he agrees with you that you both think those thighs are beautiful and you brought them out into a public space with another person?
I said skin. Who said thighs? Who said thighs? Who said thighs? I said beautiful skin. I never said beautiful thighs. So I said I'm going to show skin. Why did you automatically assume that thighs were out? Let's start there.
Because I am looking at it from the perspective that men shouldn't stay. Because that's
You're looking at it from the perspective of you assumed the woman is wearing a short dress. Meanwhile, she could have just been wearing a backless top. Let's be for real.
Now we don't like backs and we don't stare at backs, and even if we stared at backs, you wouldn't know because you don't have eyes on your back. So let's focus on what you know. We focus on. Let's focus on thighs and butt and boobies.
Okay.
Focus on that. Now, I'm trying to understand from your perspective. You know you have thighs. Put on shorts and you're in public.
The grip. You know, men walk outside in public with their shirts off sometimes, or at the beach with their shirts off. And women will see, wow, what a beautiful six-pack. But we're not now going to go up and now hyperfixate on the six-pack.
Explain.
We're not gonna. The thing is, men like to hyperfixate on things, and then when they hyperfixate on things, they think that their hyperfixations on certain things is what warrants them to think that they're being invited into a certain situation. If a woman is wearing a short dress, feeding herself, showing skin, and whatnot, and men hyperfixate on that, that hyperfixation then turns into a minor obsession where they think, oh, she's inviting me in because now they're just Google eyes there. You know, there's 15 minutes left for this live, so let me just get to the last bit and then we can ask questions here. Okay? Women judging women's outfits, insecurities or standards. It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. Like, if for me personally, if I'm looking at my friends and they dress a certain kind of way and I'm like, you can do so much better. You know, you can do so much better if you really put in the effort. Then that can be seen as me having a certain type of standard for that person. Insecurities, sometimes women will look at other women dressing a certain kind of way, whether it's in short skirts or in long dresses, or when women dress extravagantly, like they constantly dress extravagantly and whatnot. Then they'll be like, why is she always dressing so extravagant? Like she's dressing up and whatnot. Who is she dressing up for when they're dressed down? Because they think that their men or whatever's happening is going to like this person is attention seeking. So it's a bit of both.
For me, it's going to be kind of difficult to respond to the last part. I think that's the discussion that women can have with women. Once we start making opinions on how women interact with women, it's going to be a bit of a problem there. Yabo? So let's focus on the points that we can actually discuss. Yabo? Let's go back to the point of you saying that men choose to hyperfixate and then assume that this is an invitation. Yabo? What I would like to say is, naturally, I'm gonna speak for myself. As a man, I don't need to be invited. As a man, naturally, if I look at you, I'm like, you see these thighs, these thighs, I wanna fall asleep and take a nap on these thighs. I wanna dish up and eat. I will, on my own volition and on my own accord, I will approach you. You don't need to invite me to approach you. Why do you say that because we hyperfixate, we assume that that's an invitation? Men don't need an invitation.
That's fine. Men don't need an invitation to approach someone. But whenever certain things happen, like within let's say worst case scenario, this guy goes up to her and then she's not interested and then he starts swearing and whatnot and goes, if you didn't want attention, why would you wear something like that?
That's moral, and I cannot speak on that.
That's what I mean. Like, men hyperfixate on certain things. It's okay to go and talk to someone if you feel attracted to them. That's fine. But then there's the things that happen afterwards, because sometimes women don't want to be spoken to and they'll just show you that they're not interested. Guys will start now doing certain things, certain crazy things. That's where you're so hyperfixated on this one thing that when you don't get it, it becomes a problem.
Oh, okay. Do you think it's okay? Do you not think it's? Do you think it's okay, or is it not okay for us to stare at your practice if you're in something?
Hold on. Repeat what you just said, because I heard barely anything. It keeps going up, down, up, down, up, down.
Sorry, I'm not sure. It might be my network. Can you hear me? Your mic is muted.
Yes.
Okay, so here's my question. Do you think it's okay for us to stare at your butt cheeks if you're wearing pump shorts in public? As in stare, as in salivate?
No.
Why not?
Because that's creepy. Staring is, first of all, rude. Second of all, why are you staring at ass cheeks for so long? Are you trying to look for like skid marks or something? It's weird.
No. We are attracted because we think the booty looks super sexy, and we are salivating.
Yes, that's what? It's what? It's objectifying someone. It's not okay because now you're just looking at someone as if they're a piece of meat instead of looking at a person as a whole.
Excuse
It's
the pun.
nasty.
Excuse the pun, but yes, it is a piece of meat because I specifically spoke about a body part that we as men love. You
You
cannot.
also said you also said if a man is salivating and like really, really staring at this one part, it's
Yeah,
creepy. No one wants to be stared at that way,
it's not.
unless you're like in a relationship with that person. Any
It's
random
not.
person staring at you like that, it's fucking creepy.
No, it's not creepy. It's actually neuroscience. It's neuroscience.
Yeah, it's creepy. It means men have no self-control over where they need to be looking.
Let me explain. It's not even about self-control. It's about the dopamine receptors in the brain. The brain has been designed like that. It's got dopamine receptors that fires dopamine, and sexual activities are also part of that. You've got your endorphins and you've got your dopamine. The reward system incorporates sexuality so that the race of the humans can continue to reproduce. Because if we, in our minds, did not have that, mankind would come to an end because we wouldn't be physically attracted to women. So you don't need to be in a relationship with a woman to stare at her for a very long time. It's something that the brain does automatically. And then you as a man, you decide, do I really want this chick or do I not want this chick? If you want this chick, then you will approach. But you can stay for as long as you want to. It's in public. You have literally taken your butt cheeks, you've put them in public, and you're telling people not to stare. You can't do that. If you don't want people to stare at you, put it away. It's like me.
There's a point that I made earlier. And you just proved my point.
Yeah.
You literally just proved my point after disagreeing with that certain point, saying that it's morals.
No.
Morally, it's wrong to stare at people. Okay? If you had a daughter, right? And your daughter was, let's say, 15 years old, she's dressed modestly and whatnot, but someone just decides to stare at her at whatever part of her body for like no reason whatsoever. They're just staring at her because of said dopamine receptors. The fact that you're reacting to certain dopamine receptors means that you're weak mentally as a human being. You need to catch yourself when you're staring.
How old is she?
I said 15.
Well, then that's illegal and it's irrelevant to the topic. We're talking about mature women at our age. We're talking about people within our age. We're not talking about
Say,
kids.
if you had a sister that was 22 years old and a man was staring at her the way that you described, you would get pissed off.
No, I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I'm not going to marry my sister. That could be her husband. But I'd get pissed off if a man was staring at my wife. And that is why my wife would never go out to the butt cheeks hanging out, especially if she's now in a committed relationship with me. But if it was my sister, I would have no problem with that. That could be her husband.
Dude, if someone goes with their butt cheeks hanging out, you shouldn't be staring at them regardless.
Again, we are now trying to use psychology to manipulate nature. Men are broken. There's no amount of psychology that can change the fact that men are attracted to women's physical features.
That's fine. I never said that that's wrong. I never said that men shouldn't be doing that. I just said don't be excessive with it. Okay? Girls stare at guys all the time, but we don't stare at them excessively.
That is because it is not in your nature to approach. Even though you do it sometimes, it's not in your nature to approach. Now,
It is in our nature to approach. We will approach who we want to approach when we feel that we need to approach. We're not just going to approach every Tom, Dick, and Dairy.
Not letting me finish my points.
Yeah, because your points are getting silly.
It doesn't matter, but you have to still give me the space to finish my point. Even if you already know which my point is silly, let me finish my points. Because what you think is silly might just be a setup and not the actual punchline. And you're going to miss the punchline if you're going to cut me off at the setup.
Okay, finish the punchline here. We have 6 minutes.
No worries. You do not get to gauge how long the man's attention span should be. If you take a physical feature that we are attracted to and you put it in public, we can stare at it for as long as we want to, and you shouldn't have a problem with it. The only time you should have a problem with it is when you are being violated, not if we're staring at it. If you take it and you put it in public, we can look at it until you go back home. We can literally stare at your booty until you go home. If you don't want people to stare at your booty, Stop flashing it in public, because you showing your butt cheeks in public means you're okay with people seeing it. So now, if you are staring at it, why is it a problem?
This is literally tell me you have no sense without telling me you have no sense.
You're not answering my question. You just made a random quote that is out of context within the
It's not out of
context.
context. It's not, because I've said this. Yes, it's out in public. We're out in public. My booty cheeks are out in public. That doesn't warrant you having to stare at it the entire time up until we go home.
You don't
Up
get
until
to
you
talk
go
about
home.
it.
It's rude. It is literally rude to stare at people. I've said this so many times. I've said this. I'm gonna, like, literally every time you keep saying that, I'm gonna be repeating. No, I let you finish, didn't I? So let me finish. Every time you say that, I basically repeat the same thing. It is morally wrong. It is rude. It makes people feel uncomfortable, because essentially you're staring. Then, if someone catches you staring at them, we are now gonna think to ourselves, and because if you're constantly staring at them, we're now gonna think to ourselves, "Wow, is this person planning on doing something else?" Because if you're staring that long without anything, it's creepy as hell. Regardless of if we put our butt cheeks out there or not, staring at someone is creepy as hell.
Okay, to answer your question, number one, you said it's morally wrong. Now, different people have different morals. Zulu people believe in slaughtering. Rastafarians believe you don't eat meat. That's the problem with morality. You get ethical egoists, you get utilitarians, you get deontologists, and you get moral relativists. That is what morality is in philosophy, and different people have different morals. So I would appreciate it if we didn't use morals in this discussion, because it's a moving scale and it's a moving goalpost through which we cannot come to a conclusion based on what we're trying to discuss at this present.
Okay, but in context to this, staring at people is wrong, right?
Say so. Say so.
The people being stared at.
Who says staring at people is wrong?
The people being stared at.
Who is the people?
If someone is like the victims of the staring, basically, if someone is staring at you for a very long time, no, if someone is staring at you for a very long time and they're continuously staring at you, what are you gonna think? If a guy was staring at you for an extremely long amount of time, what would you do?
Yourself. Say, I, Dineo, feel violated, and I don't like it when people stare at me. Why don't you narrow it down to you?
No, I already know how I feel about staring. I'm asking you how you would feel if someone was staring at you the entire time.
If a chick was staring at me the whole entire time,
Pardon?
you say, how would I feel if a female was staring at me the entire time?
No, I said, how would you feel if a man was staring at you the entire time? A male.
A male, like as in somebody who's gay.
No, just a random male man. You don't know their sexuality. You don't know anything about them. A random male man.
I don't care. There's not a single. I don't think there's a man that'll ever tell you that they have a problem with a person staring at them. I don't care.
So you wouldn't have a problem with a man staring at you.
Your example is also flawed as well. Because
It's not, because if a man is staring at you, you are one gonna think, is this man gay? Two, is this man trying to rob me?
Exactly. Can you see now, Wuti? That's what I'm saying. Wuti, your example is flawed. That's why I say
How is it flawed? If a
because
man is staring at me, I don't know if that man is gay or not. Okay? If a man is staring at me, I don't know if that man is gay or not. Oksalayo, I'm going to feel uncomfortable.
you're not letting me talk. Number one, when you said, how would I feel if a man was staring at me? And I asked you, is that man gay? You said, nah, straight man. How would I feel if he was staring at me? Now you're making the example of being robbed. Both of these examples are out of context. We are talking about a man that is
I never said nah. I said you don't know if they are gay or not. This is a random man. You don't know if they're gay or not. It's just a random person in the street. You wouldn't know that.
Again, I don't get to finish. Again, I don't get to finish. I mean, now I'm even reluctant.
That's why.
I'm even reluctant to start a sentence now because I'm wondering if I'm gonna get to finish. Can I start a sentence and finish it? Your mic is on. Oh, you mute your mic. Okay, cool. Thank you. Let me carry on with what I was saying. Your example is flawed because it doesn't address the issue. Here, we are talking about a man who is looking at butt cheeks because a woman is wearing bum shorts in public. The reason why he is looking at those butt cheeks is because he is attracted to them. That's how they drew his attention. So we know here what we are talking about. We're not now you're making examples about 15-year-olds, you're making examples about people getting robbed, you're making all of these examples outside of what we're talking about. As if when a man is looking at your butt cheeks and you're wearing bum shorts, you don't know that he's looking at your bum shorts. You know he is. That is what we're talking about. So when you start talking about you don't know whether the man is going to rob you, you're grabbing at straws. You're not addressing the actual issue. What I'm asking you, Dineo, is if you are wearing bum shorts in public, you do not get to gauge how long people will look at them for. Because if you don't want people to look at your butt cheeks, don't show your butt cheeks. You don't get to set a timer. Because let's say in your world, in your mind, and if you're in your thinking, you're gonna say, no, the average man should only look at you for 10 seconds. Who in this world is gonna know your 10 seconds, Dineo? Nobody's gonna know it. People are gonna stay for as long as they want to stay because people don't know that you only want to be looked at for 10 minutes, for 10 seconds rather. But if you take your butt cheeks and you put them out in public and then you walk around flaunting them, we're gonna look at your butt cheeks for as long as we want to look at your butt cheeks, and there's nothing you're gonna do about it. There's nothing you're gonna say about it. You can come here and you can speak on it, but listen, we will stay at those butt cheeks forever and ever, amen. Until you realize that if you don't want us to look at your butt cheeks, don't show them. You don't get to tell us for how long we can look. That is the point I'm trying to explain to you.
Okay, so you're wearing bum shorts, but people get stared at even when they're dressed modestly. So your point of bum shorts is irrelevant to me.
I know what you've just said without actually saying it. It's fine. Elaborate more on the point that you're trying to make. Ignore the irrelevance of my points. Drive your points home. I think I've driven my points across.
You've driven your point nowhere. You've literally just proved yourself to be a creepy man. That's where you've driven your point. Anyways, the fact is, yes, people are gonna stare at butt cheeks when butt cheeks are out. But I'm saying don't do it excessively. If you are now gawking and gawking and gawking and gawking and gawking, people are going to think that you have a problem for staring at butt cheeks for so long. Because why are you staring at butt cheeks for so long? You, one, lack self-control, or you're like such a simpleton or something. It literally just means you lack self-control to be able to look away from someone. You can't be hyperfixating on someone's butt cheeks. When I made the example, I never said that you get robbed. I made the example of if a random man was staring at you, no matter how you're dressed, no matter what you're doing, you don't know if this man is gay, you don't know if he's straight, etc. A man is staring at you. You are gonna now start thinking to yourself, like, what is this? Why is this person staring at me? You're gonna think, am I being targeted for something? Is this person gay? That's what women go through. Am I being targeted for something? Is this person gonna do something to me and whatnot? That is why staring is rude, because now, if we don't want to be making assumptions about people. We don't. But now that you're staring, we have to now think about our safety. And even if someone isn't wearing booty shorts, they could be wearing the full, what's this, the Muslim attire and whatnot, those women that wear Islam attire, like the full Islam attire and everything. I just don't know the correct name for it. People stare at them as well if their body is showing even a little bit. It's loose, but even if it's just a little something, people are going to stare. Those weirdos and creeps are literally gonna stare. That's why I say that argument is irrelevant.
Again, Dineo, you don't get to tell people what they should look at and what they shouldn't look at. I'm telling you,
You don't get to tell people. Sure, you don't get to tell me to not look at your face, but you're gonna have a problem with me if I start looking at your face a little too long and a little too weirdly.
Let me finish. I let you finish, so you let me finish. You spoke about women who are fully clad and still get stared at. You spoke about that, and now I'm responding to that, and I would like to make my response. You will crack your head if you try to police people to either stay or not stay. I promise you. There is not a single there's not a certain amount of lives that you will join here on TikTok to make that point and actually change the fabric of reality, because you are using psychology to manipulate the natural structure of the man's body and the man's mind. I'm telling you now, it's not about you having the last word today or on any other live for that matter. There's no certain number of lives that you will join to make the statement that you are making now to stop men from staring. I'm telling you now, from the moment the first man and the first woman set foot on the earth, you can call them creeps, you can call them perverts, you can call them whatever. It's natural. It has been like that for many years, and it will always be like that. It is like that right now. You can't change it. What you can change is what they look at. That is, I'm giving you a fact now. I'm giving you a fact now. I'm not giving you morals, principles, creeps, perverts, all of. I'm not. Now I'm telling you a fact. You can join 50 lives and make your statements. The statement that you're making now, it's not going to change the fact that when you go out into the mall, men are going to stare at you. That's a fact that I'm telling you. You don't get to choose that. What you do get to choose is what they stare at. That is the fact.
Okay. Me, I've said my piece. You know what I think about it? Don't stare at people too long. It's weird. It's creepy. Okay? And I'll say it again. Don't stare at people too long. It's weird. It's creepy. And have a good evening. I'm going to bed. I'm not going to fight with someone where I have to keep saying the same thing over and over again. Bye.
All right. Ulale kahle. Yeah, have a good night's sleep. Yeah. Sharp.